And we are live once again. We are live back with another one. And this is match week 26, man. We're 26 matches deep. Could you believe it? Well, 25 games. This is the 26th match for most teams. A few teams haven't yet played 25 games. Like I think Villa still have a few games to play. And we're back. How excited are you? Because I'm very excited for today's live stream. We had the Europa League draw. And what I'm going to do a quick recap of what happened in the Europa League and the Champions League. And just to warm things up today. And then we'll get with the Premier League show. So hello to everybody in the house right now. Boy, Dominic Rich back in the building. Okay, we're back in the building. Listen, hello to everybody in the house, right? But I'm back in the building, baby. Back in the building. So let's do this, man. Let's do this. Let's get into today's live stream. And let's start with the Europa League draw. But let's just touch on what happened in the round of 32. So the round of 32. Let me bring that up. And we're going to talk about that briefly. So how's everybody doing today, man? I'm doing fine. You know, I actually got up early today and prepared myself, reacted to the Europa League draw. I got the video out on the channel, so make sure you go check that video out as well. Check out the video and all that good stuff. I don't usually make a lot of videos on the Europa League, but I figured I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? I figured I'll do that. So, guys, let's bring up the Europa League here. And let's just take a look. I want it to be interactive. And, all right. So, we got the Europa League round of 32. Those are the results. We're going to touch on the results really fast. And we're going to get things going. All right, so Tottenham played on Wednesday. That was a weird one, right? That was a weird one. I was like, whoa, why is Tottenham playing on a Wednesday? You see what I'm saying? So Tottenham played on a Wednesday. And they played on a Wednesday. They defeated Wolfsburg 4-0, 8-1 on aggregate. And I heard there was a brilliant goal in there by that boy, what you call it? What's his name, man? What's his freaking name? Dele Alli. I didn't even watch the highlights for that yet, to be honest. Didn't. So that was that. Ajax beat Lille 4-2 on aggregate. So congrats to Ajax. That was a good come from behind victory as well. Shakhtar Donetsk beat Maccabi Tel Aviv 3-0 on aggregate. Napoli lost to Granada 2-3 on aggregate, even though they won the second leg. So, good stuff for Granada there. Hoffenheim, 0. Mulder, 2. Mulder winning the tie, 5-3. That is amazing. Villarreal, 4. Salzburg, 1. Villarreal win the second leg, 2-1. Rangers, 5. Antwerp, 2. Rangers go on to win the tie, 9-5. So, big up to Steven Gerrard there. That's a big accomplishment indeed. We have Arsenal 3, Benfica 2. That was a thriller. Arsenal go on to win the tie 4-3 on aggregate. PSV 4, Olympiacos 5. Wow, that's the aggregate score. And PSV could have actually get this one because they were 2-0 up. And then they conceded a goal. And that goal was enough to put Olympiacos through to the round of 16. Young Boys 6, Leverkusen 3. This one was a big shock. This one was a shock, but give it to Young Boys. They played well. Dinamo brushed aside Krasnodar 4-2 on aggregate. Congrats to Dinamo Zagreb, team from Croatia who I did, follow a little in the past there. So big up to them. Much respect. And Leicester City, well, I forgot the Roma. Roma beat Braga 5-1 on aggregate after winning the second leg 3-1. But this one is a disappointing one, though. This is the most disappointing one, but it could actually be a blessing in disguise for Leicester City if you look at it that way, because they lost 2-0 at home to Slavia Praha, and that would actually give them, some well-needed time to focus on getting top four so they could make Champions League next season. Because we know what happened to Leicester last season when they were top four for a very long time and then they fell away. So that could actually help them. AC Milan 3, Zvezda 3. So congrats to Milan there. Hard luck to Zvezda not being able to go through to the round of 16, but did put up a good fight versus a former Champions League winner. Man United 0, Real Sociedad 0. In the second leg, Man United win the tie 4-0 on aggregate. Club Brugge 0, Dynamo Kiev 1. Kiev win 2-1 on aggregate. So that's the round of 32 results. And this is the draw. I did make a video reacting to the draw, so I won't really elaborate too much on this. I want you guys to go and watch that video. It's a fun video. You'll enjoy it. Ajax versus Young Boys. Dynamo Kiev versus Villarreal. Roma versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Olympiacos versus Arsenal. Dinamo Zagreb versus Tottenham. I don't think that's the kindest draw for them, but, they'll put up a fight still. United versus AC Milan in the clash of the heavyweights. Slavia Praha versus Rangers in the clash of two dark horses that's doing well in the competition. And Granada versus Molde, which is also another very, very good one. So that's that for the Europa League. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing fine. Happy to be alive once again. Happy to be back doing this with you guys yet another week. So we did have Champions League football, and I'll touch on that really quick before we move on to the Premier League games and, get this show crack-a-lacking. So just to recap the Champions League round of 16 first leg results really fast, and then we'll move on. Liverpool beat Leipzig 2-0. PSG beat Barcelona 4-1. Good luck coming back from that Barcelona. And fun fact for you guys, 4 years ago, the second leg of the Champions League round of 16 between Barcelona and PSG, that's the game that actually kickstarted this channel. So it would actually be crazy if Barcelona goes to PSG, overturn the tie, and make my anniversary an epic one. That'd be nuts. Dortmund beat Sevilla 3-2 on the road. Porto shocked Juventus 2-1 to be the only home team to win their first leg round of 16 match. Congrats to them. Atletico Madrid lost to Chelsea 1-0, courtesy of a spectacular overhead bicycle kick by Olivier Giroud. Yo, Olivier, where you at? So, awesome stuff. Lazio got burst aside by Bayern Munich after some costly mistakes, 4-1. Atalanta got unlucky there, picked up a red card, Zapata got injured, and then they lost to Real Madrid, courtesy of a swinger by Ferland Mendy. And Man City pushed aside Borussia Mönchengladbach like we all expected, right? Like we did, right? We did, right? I digress. I do. So congrats to all the teams that are in good positions going into the second leg. Remember, it's not over till the final whistle goes, all right? So round of 16 second leg matches will start on Tuesday, March the 9th. And then we have matches on the 10th as well. So, and then there'll be games on the 16th and the 17th the following week. So that does it for the Champions League roundup. Big up to Adam Sambold. We have Marlon Daly in the house. We have Jordan Hyman, Thriller from Manila in here, of course. Donovan McCrabb, Bayern fan. Hello to everybody in here. Adam Quinn is in here. Big up to everybody who came through today. Appreciate that, man. You are the real deal. Remember that. You are the real deal. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to start with the Premier League matches. We're not going to delay things today because I have a lot of things to go through. And I may have a guest or two on today. I did send invites out to two individuals. So I'll see how it goes. I should hit up another individual to see if they're not busy, see if they would like to come on to talk a little bit about Liverpool. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see. I was supposed to message this individual, but I actually forget. You know what I mean? So let me send out a message and see what's going on here with, All right, so let's get things going, man. Let's get things going. Back again. You know how it goes. You know the procedure. You know the drill. Appreciate everybody in here. Not a big crowd, but a very good crowd. Remember that. Always remember that, guys. When you look around the room and you don't see 1,000 people, just say, man, I'm good, and it's a good crowd. So the team that we're going to start with today, let's start with the West Brom versus Brighton matchup. West Brom versus Brighton. That's a mild one to start off with. Both teams, kind of going through a very, very tricky period, especially West Brom, who find themselves at the bottom of the table for the entire season. And they are the architects of their own demise, I must say, because who could remember when West Brom had a 3-0 lead over Chelsea and to, win against the Blues, pick up a very important 3 points. But what they went and did, they allowed them to come back into the freaking match. And I think after that game, they kind of lost their self-belief and it just went all downhill from there. You know what I'm saying? So there's something called a catalyst, and I think that's the catalyst for West Brom's season going all haywire there. And then they chose to sack their manager very early as well. So who knows? Maybe Slaven Bilic should have been given some time, but he wasn't given the time. So there you go. So for Brighton, they lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace at home, and that was the dumbest. I don't know what happened to Brighton in that game, but they switched off in the last minute of the match, and they gave away the ball and allowed Benteke to score a wicked volley there. So for West Brom, they are coming off of a better result, a 0-0 draw against Burnley. Even though they lost Semi Ajayi to a red card, they still picked up a point, but it ain't good enough. To be honest, it is not good enough. They have to get 3 points. And this one is a potential 6-pointer because we have West Brom with 14 points in 19th. So they need 3 points. 3 points would carry them up to 17 points. And if, let's say, Fulham or Newcastle both drop points, and then West Brom could go on to win their next game, they back in freaking contention to survive. You see what I mean? But if they keep picking up a point or they keep losing, well, they just doomed, you know what I mean? They don't have any wins in their last 5, but they do have 3 draws, which is a positive thing for them. But they need those W's, man. Those W's are very essential. Even Fulham have 2 W's in their last 5. As for Brighton, they have 26 points. They're in 25th. They're in 16th. What did I say, 25th? After 25 games. So they had a little momentum going, but it seems like after 2 draws and the loss, momentum is slowly dissipating. So this would be a perfect game for them to get their mojo back going and actually pick up 3 points, So look, 19 versus 16th. It's a 6-pointer. It is a 6-pointer. Earlier this season, they played in October to a 1-1 draw. That was a home game for Brighton. And in that game, we had goals from Jake Livermore and Colin Grant. It was a Jake Livermore own goal for Brighton and a Colin Grant goal. Colin Grant, who was brought in for big money from the Championship, I think he came in from Huddersfield. He haven't been given the opportunity. I don't know. He was not a Sam Allardyce signing. So Allardyce isn't really pushing him like that. And I think that might actually be a mistake. They need goals. I think they should throw Colin Grant on at the same time with Diagna. And that might actually give him the impetus to pick up some more points. But, I'm not managing West Brom. Freaking Sam Allardyce thinks he knows what he's doing, but he has no idea what's going on right about now. The most he can do is pick up a few draws. I think he did get 2 wins. But it's still not enough. From the job he did after the 1-1 draw against Man City, after Slaven Bilic's 1-1 draw against Man City have not been that good, to be honest. Some big points. I think a draw against Tottenham, a draw against Liverpool, win against Wolves. Sam Allardyce, I think you should have picked up at least 10 more points than you have right about now. It's been a poor showing, seriously, by West Bromwich Albion. So the last game ended in a draw. And in terms of West Brom's record against Brighton, in their last 10 games, they have 3 wins. These games date all the way back to 1981. So they haven't played in the Premier League against each other in the Premier League era a lot. This would actually be the only the 4th meeting in the Premier League era where Brighton won the first one, West Brom won the second one. That was a 17-18 season before West Brom got relegated. And Brighton still in the Premier League after they came. I think that was a season Brighton did come back up to the Premier League too. So congrats. I think that was actually Brighton's first ever time in the Premier League era that they got promoted. So just to be clear on that. So West Brom, Brighton 1-1 early on in the season. This game, before even going deep into this match do have a draw written all over it. I know Brighton are the draw kings of the league along with Fulham, but it's Brighton that is actually leading the charge in terms of draws. And look, man, look, look here. It's hard to see. The only team, the only team I see coming away with 3 points here is Brighton, because I have not been convinced with West Bromwich Albion at all. I haven't been convinced with them, and they need to actually, they need to do better. They need to do better. They just can't score. They're hesitant in front of goal. They like nervous, don't know when to pull the trigger. They get some of the best opportunities and do not take their opportunities. So I'm leaning more towards a draw for this one, but I don't think I'm a predict a draw. But I'll get to my prediction I'll get to my prediction very soon. Graham Potter, his record against West Brom, no wins. 3 games, no wins. 2 L's and a draw. No wins. If we have learned something about this season, when you're doing your analysis and you see, oh, something has never happened, I've realized that it ends up happening. David Moyes never winning a game against Mourinho. And then what he does, he wins the match. City never winning at Anfield since 2003. What they go and do, win. And, I could go on and on. Everton haven't won at Anfield. Burnley haven't won there for a while. Brighton, and then it happens. And then you have Arsenal beating United at Old Trafford for the first time in 15 years. So it's just a weird old season we're having here. Weird season. So as I said, the all-time Premier League results reads 3 matches, 1 win apiece and a draw. And home record for West Brom is they have never lost to Brighton. Never. They played 1 match in the Premier League era and never lost to Brighton. So Sam Allardyce also have never lost to Brighton. 3 matches, 3 wins. Listen. This match, it's reading a draw. But as I said, I'm not going to predict a draw for it. I'm going to predict a Brighton win here. Brighton have been playing the better football in a lot of the games that they draw, Most of the games that they draw, they've been the better team. And I think Brighton should have got about, let's say at least 12 points more than they have right now. They should have already survived the Premier League. I do think that they will go on to survive, but if they drop more points, if they do things like they do against Crystal Palace, I think they're gonna find themselves in a whole lot of trouble here. And the fact that West Brom are finding, I think Diagna has been a troublesome striker, but he hasn't taken most of his opportunities, and both teams struggle to score goals. I say this one, I say a 1-0 win for Brighton. I'm a edge towards a 1-0 win for Brighton here. Graham Potter to pick up his first win against West Brom. Sam Allardyce, his first loss against Brighton Hove and Albion. It's settled. It is settled. You see what I mean? It is settled. West Brom is going through a crisis right about now, and I don't think it's gonna get any better. I really don't think it's gonna get any better this season. They're going down. They're going down. I'm convinced. They're going down. They're going down. What are you guys saying in the chat here? What are you guys saying in the chat? Most unusual season in a very long time, says Thriller from Manila. Appreciate that. We got the boy, Jersey Boy in the house. The boy, Jersey Boy in the house, you know. So big up to Jersey Boy as well for coming through. Appreciate that. We have Robel Fekadu in here as well. Thank you very much for coming through. Definitely do appreciate that. And let me see, let me put up that. Guys, make sure you like the video. Like the video, subscribe if you're new around here as well. Do appreciate everybody who coming through though. So, Prosper is saying, wow, Dom, you have lots of mods. Is that a shade you throwing at me that you're not a mod or something? Are you a mod? Are you a mod? Is your name Ahmad? Is that shade you throwing in? I have mods for a reason, you know? I have mods to control people like you. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But take it easy, bro. Take it easy. Take it easy, man. Keep calm. Keep calm. So Adam Sambol is saying Brighton will win this game, especially with West Bromwich Albion not having key players in the next game. I haven't really looked into the personnel, to be honest. But Ajayi will be a miss, and he has been one of their better defenders. I think Sam Allardyce has a selection conundrum where he wants to play the players that he brought in. You know, Ainsley Maitland-Niles and, you know, look, Yokuzlu, Diagna, and he's just basically ignoring the players that were there already and the players that were brought in by Sam Allardyce. Remember, Krovinovic came in from Benfica. West Brom fought so hard to get Krovinovic back on loan, and then he left. You see what I'm saying? Because he came in for his boy Slaven Bilic, and he ain't going to deal with Big Sam. Listen, man, Big Sam, the best thing that Big Sam is doing this season is chewing gum. He knows how to chew a gum, man. And that's the best thing he's been doing all season. And that win against Wolves in the derby. So, apart from that, he has done absolutely jack squat. Seriously. Seriously. You know what I mean? So, I can't be out here giving Sam Allardyce all this credit that he does not deserve. So, definitely going for that Brighton win. So, we got Brawberry saying 2-1 to Brighton. 2-0 to Brighton here. Dupe 2-0 to Brighton. Marlon Deli. Everybody's going for Brighton. Everybody's going for Brighton here. So, do appreciate the predictions in the comments there in the chat. So, I'm going for 1-0 to Brighton. And that will take them closer to survival, up to 29 points. If West Brom do manage to win the game, good for them. They would edge ever so closer to competing with the teams just above them. But they won't be safe as yet. It ain't safe. I'm not going to go and be like, oh, yeah, they're safe now. No, you're not. You're not. See what I mean? They need to put together a few more wins, you know. They need to put together at least three match run where they actually win all 3 games, and I think then is when I start believing that West Brom might actually, you know, survive. And Sam Allardyce was recently saying that if West Brom do get relegated, that would not actually define him as a manager, because they know what he's capable of doing and all that. You know, he's basically conceding already. That's what he's basically doing already. He has given up. Sam Allardyce have given up. And I did predict Slaven Bilic to be the first manager sacked this season as well. So we do have games next week. And for West Brom, for week 27, well, this will, I see it's written as week 29, but I don't know why. But anyways, there's been a rearranging of the fixtures, basically. That's what's been going on. But we have games next week, and for West Brom, they play Everton, And for Brighton, I don't think they play in the middle of the week there. Let me see. For Brighton, they play on the weekend. So they play Leicester City. The midweek games. The midweek games will start from Tuesday. It would have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday games. So there will be 6 games during the middle of the week. Well, 7. And I will make a prediction live stream just for those games as well. I'm planning to do that on Monday. So make sure you come through as well. Appreciate that. So, Jersey Boy, thank you very much for the $3.99 super chat. I'll come on in 5 minutes, unless you want me on later. I think I'll do the Liverpool. I want you on primarily for the Liverpool section. So just stick around. And whenever I'm about to do the Liverpool section, you could come through. But not ready yet. I know you're excited. I know you're excited to come through to hang out with the boy Dominic Rich, but I'm not ready yet. Definitely not ready yet. So Lord Janos is saying, hi Dom. We should really start to raid the championship by buying players like Max Aarons and Todd Cantwell. Bro, I don't think so. Seriously. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think so. Seriously, because that's not how Man City do things, you know what I'm saying? I don't think so, bro. Trust me on that. That has not worked. Okay? That has not worked. I got baited. Really? I got baited. How did I get baited? By who? By Lord Janos? What is that? Lord Janos. I don't know, bro. I don't know how I got baited. It's the same message someone wrote on Arsenal TV. Oh, yeah, but I don't think so. No, you're not gonna bait me with that one. I don't think so. No, didn't get baited. I don't think so. Nobody raided no championship. Get the hell out of here. With the freaking, you put the message twice and everything. No. Yeah, that's why I was saying the name. You know what I mean? Large and... Oh, that's why I was saying... Yay! Oh, my God. Now you got me. Large and us. Yeah, that one is good. That one is a good one. Oh, man, I love it. You gotta love it, man. Oh, man. Guys, you guys have to understand, right? You guys have to understand that. You guys have to really understand that when you're doing this, you're not focusing on these names and all of these things, you know what I mean? You're not focusing on that. You're just focusing on answering questions and actually, replying to people. You're not thinking about, okay, let me take my time and read this name. But that was a good one. Definitely. That was good. A little laugh. Nothing wrong with a little laugh. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with a little laugh at all. I'm not mad. I'm seriously not mad. You see what I mean? I'm not mad. So big up to Large Anos for coming through and, baiting me with that one. The boy, Large Anos. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. But, yeah, let us move on, man. Thank you very much to the people in here right about now. And, yeah, I know about Urinator. I know about Urinator and Ice Wallow Cub. I know about that, man. I know about that. And you have Thriller said, especially when Charlene from AFTV said, Ice Wallow. Yo! Lord, loving it, man. Seriously. Very good, man. Very good. And we have my nan got bunions thinking I'm gonna get baited again. Bro, how stupid do you think I am? How stupid do you think I am, man? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. You could do better than that. You could do better than that. Try again. You might catch me again though. You might catch me again, but you ain't gonna catch me. Listen, you ain't gonna catch me like that again right away. It ain't gonna happen right away. But guys, let us move on to the next game, man. Brighton versus West Brom. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about the next one here. Crystal Palace versus Fulham. This one is a derby. Crystal Palace versus Fulham. I think both teams coming off of wins here. Very important wins for both sides. And both of these teams will be looking to keep the momentum going and pick up 3 points here. But only one team can pick up 3 points. It's not going to be like each team get 3. It's not a draw where each team get 1 point. Only one will get 3. So for Crystal Palace, they did beat Brighton 2-1. And that was a brilliant game because they actually scored first. Then Brighton equalized. And then last kick of the game, Christian Benteke with the I love that celebration though. Yo, look, we all have to admit that Christian Benteke has one of the best celebrations in the Premier League. You know, and when you think about it, you know, that won't be a bad video to make, you know. Top 10 celebrations in the Premier League. That won't be bad. I really like Christian Benteke's celebration. But the only thing is, he doesn't get to do it a lot. That's the only thing. So, big up to Jersey Boy. Thank you very much for keeping the banter going. Jersey Boy say, have you heard of the new Man City player called Mo Leicester? Very good, bro. I know about Mo Leicester, though. But that is a good way to shake things up, though, you know, and break the ice. I'm actually thinking about doing something like that, you know what I mean? Like go on one of these Liverpool channels and be like, have you guys heard about the next Van Dijk call, you know, next Van Dijk play, you know, called such and such? Drop a super chat with it too. You know, that'll be fun and have everybody rolling. Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. You know what I mean? Watch out for Hugh G. Erection and Chronic Mats Debater. Oh my God, man! You guys, look. You guys are funny, man. What about what is that player called again? Fokine Nuwan. Yo, Fokine Nuwan is a classic, man. Fokine Nuwan is a classic. Have you heard about the new Asian wonder kid called Fokine Nuwan? Oh man, that one is good. But look, man, look, enough with the fun and games, man. Fulham beat Sheffield United 1-0 in the last round, courtesy of an Ademola Lookman goal. I'm still yet to see the freaking goal, though. I'm still yet to see the goal. I should actually check the goal out, but I haven't yet checked it out, though. But both these teams are in somewhat of a precarious situation. Well, not really Crystal Palace, but Fulham, they're in a precarious situation right about now, where they're on 22 points, and these games could make or break their season. Because they get 3 points, they catch Newcastle, and they have a better goal difference than Newcastle at the moment with a -11 goal difference. And they go 1 point behind Brighton. Well, if Brighton failed to get points in their match against West Brom, or they go and they get 1 point, they're in trouble. You see what I'm saying? So this is a huge game. This is a London derby as well. So both teams coming off of wins. They're in good form. We know Crystal Palace wasn't doing well without Wilfried Zaha, but in the last game they somehow managed to do it. Albeit it being in the last minute of the game, they still managed to get it done. So they have a good momentum going for them, and Scott Parker do have momentum going for him as well. So 13th, Palace, they have 32 points, which is very, very good. 3 more points would definitely secure safety. because they will get at least 5 points from their last, let's say, 12 games of the season. I would like to believe that. They're not that bad. And for Fulham, though, Fulham, as I said, it's their destiny is in their own hands, and they've been looking good. They're one of the most informed teams in the Premier League so far. Well, for the last 5 games, I should say. I don't know why I said so far. Well, in the last 4, they have 2 wins and 2 draws. In comparison to a specific team called Liverpool, who has 4 losses and a win in their last 5 games. So Fulham has 8 points in 5. Liverpool has 3. So just let that digest. And I'm not picking on Liverpool because we could also throw Tottenham in there, who also has 3 points in the last 5 games. You know what I'm saying? So well done to Fulham, who also have more points than Aston Villa in their last 5 as well. More points than Everton in their last 5. So they have been performing well. More points than Leeds. More points than Arsenal. And we could go on and on and on and on and on. You see what I mean? So good stuff by Fulham, man. They got their act together, and it seems like they're pushing for survival. Early on this season, Crystal Palace defeated Fulham 2-1 on the road. And this came courtesy of a Jairo Vidal goal. That was an awesome goal, I could recall. And Wilfried Zaha. Those were 2 good goals in that game. Tom Kearney got the late consolation for Fulham. So we are deeper into the season, where a lot more is at stake here, and the season is beginning to take shape. Teams need points. That's the bottom line here. That is the bottom line here. So Crystal Palace in their last 10 games against Fulham, dating all the way back to 2000. These teams haven't played each other a lot, I've realized, though. They haven't. So, Fulham and Crystal Palace, shockingly, have only met each other on a handful of times. I didn't even realize this. I did not realize this. Let me see this. First met each other in the 2000-2001 season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have a total of 9 matches between each other. 9, you know. And Fulham has 3 wins. There has been a draw. And Crystal Palace have 4 wins. So it's been a pretty, even contest between these 2 teams. Their Premier League record reads 8 games between them. Palace with 4 wins. Fulham with 3, and 1 game ending in a draw. So what does that tell you? Not many games between Fulham and Crystal Palace end in a draw. Scott Parker has 1 match against Palace. He has lost that game. While for Roy Hodgson, he has never lost a game against Fulham. And I haven't been making good predictions. I'm gonna keep it real. I haven't. Oops. I'm kind of in the back end of the stream on another computer. I better come out. I better exit from that, because unless I want to add myself again, like I just did. Oops. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So this one, I'm gonna do things a little different this season. Not this season, this episode. I'm gonna go for Fulham to win this game. I'm gonna go for Fulham to win this game. Have you guys heard anything on Wilfried Zaha though? Have you heard anything on Wilfried Zaha? Will he be coming back? Wilfried Zaha injury. Let me just look up some Zaha news. 1 hour ago, Zaha injury update. Let me see something. Let me see. Injury update for Zaha. Let me see. Wilfried Zaha is back in training with Palace ahead of a busy schedule, but is unlikely to feature against Fulham on Saturday. So they won't have Zaha. I think Fulham are gonna continue the trend here, and the upward trend, and with guys like Lookman and Bobby Reed playing well. I think Fulham are gonna. Josh Marja as well came into the team and doing a great job. I think Fulham are gonna do the business here. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win for Fulham. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win for Fulham. You see what I mean? So yeah, Jersey boy, appreciate it, Jersey boy. He said, have you heard of the new Man City under 23 manager? I heard he's called Eric Shun. Thoughts? Well, Mr. Eric Shun, I have heard of him too. He came over from Denmark and he has been doing a great job with the youth. That's why you see we have players coming through the youth academy there and, going on the bench. Eric Shun has been hard on the boys. He has been very hard on the boys and he has been doing a great job. Great job. So big up to the boy Eric Shun. And I hope we have more backroom staff like him, because we'll continue to do well in the league with more guys like Erection. Okay, yeah, appreciate that Jersey boy, appreciate the banter, guys, appreciate the banter. But I'm going for Fulham to defeat Crystal Palace 2-1. Edge ever so closer to the other teams like Newcastle and Brighton who are playing the fool. Burnley as well, you could throw in there. And it will actually be crazy if Fulham just continue to pick up points here and there and survive ahead of Newcastle, who's been playing around. Newcastle are going through a crisis right about now. But we'll get to them. We'll get to them, man. We'll get to them. We definitely get to them, you know what I'm saying? We'll get to them. So I see Thriller. You guys enjoy that. I'm happy that you enjoy that. So, yeah, Erection one day as assistant. Who knows? He may be the next manager of Manchester City. We don't know that. We do not know that. You see what I'm saying? We definitely don't know that. We're going through some hard times, right? But I think Erection could do the job eventually when Pep leaves. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the Fulham Crystal Palace match? We have Marlon Daly saying a 2-2 draw. Nippon is going for a 2-1 win as well. Big up to you, Nippon. How are you feeling? And we have, who else are dropping predictions here? We have Elevator Kid saying Marja to score for Fulham, Benteke to score for Palace. Did you predict a 1-1 draw? Yes, Elevator Kid did predict a 1-1 draw. Air Slayer, a 0-0 draw. We have, who else? Donovan McCrabb with a 1-0 to Fulham. Sebastian with a 2-2 draw. We have, who else? Who else made predictions for this one? So, Thriller is saying Man City versus West Ham early tomorrow morning will be fun to watch. Will be a fun one to watch. I'm not happy about that fixture because that's the first game. I go back to work tomorrow and that's the first match. So, I don't like that. I like when I go into work and if it's like the third game, like it starts 11:30 or 12:30, yeah, great. Because by then I'll be done with my work. While I have to be working and watching this game at the same time. And I these days I haven't been in the position like I've been last year where I was actually sitting down in a pickup. I kind of got demoted. I kind of got demoted at work after my whole melee with the boss. I challenged the final boss. And he said, you know what, Dominic? You know what? Punishment. You know what I'm saying? So I've been out in the cold. I've been in the freaking doghouse for the entire 2021. But I'm loving it though. You know what I'm saying? When you love it and you embrace the punishment, they cannot punish you. You see what I'm saying? When you love the punishment, there's no punishment. Well, how could you punish me? What are you gonna do? Fire me? If you fire me, okay. You lose a man, I lose a job. Both of us lose. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I don't appreciate that early fixture there. Kyra Weller saying 2-0 win to Palace. It's a London derby. Let us see. Let us see how this one will turn out. Thank you very much for your predictions, guys. Do appreciate that. Guys, make sure you share the stream. Make sure you share the stream with a friend or two. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you do that. Yeah. Just had to reply to a message there. Trying to get somebody to come through and join me on the stream as well, just to give their thoughts on a few games and a few things that's going on right about now in the league. So that's that. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna move on to the next game. We're gonna move on to the next game. We're not gonna linger too much on that one. But both teams coming off of wins, Fulham and Crystal Palace, and this one could go anyway. Well, I'm going for Fulham to win the game. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. The next one, man. This one, I'm actually kind of definitely fed up with this team. I'm seriously fed up with this team, man. Leeds versus Aston Villa. But before we talk about this one, let's just touch on the last game that Leeds United played against Southampton, where I am yet to talk about that one. So, Southampton. Leeds versus Southampton. 3-0. Leeds won the game. It's crazy, right? I predicted Leeds to lose the game on the weekend. No, I predicted them to win the game on the weekend against Wolves. I predicted them to win the game. What did Leeds go and do? They lost that. Then against Southampton, I predicted them to lose. They went and win that. Every time I predict Leeds to win a game, they lose. And when I predict them to lose, they win. Seriously. Because they don't draw games. They don't. They really don't. They draw 2 games this season and they either win or lose the other ones. So in that game, 3-0, Leeds over Southampton, who are going through a bad run right about now. Patrick Bamford scored in the 47th minute, Stuart Dallas in the 78th, and Rafinha from a free kick in the 84th. It's crazy, right? Let me mention this. Let me touch this. Now I'm seeing everybody talking about Rafinha to Liverpool, People be late with the news, man. You guys remember when I dropped that Rafinha video, you know what I mean? Leeds fans came out and said, no, they're not going nowhere. And then everybody jumped on the news, you know what I'm saying? Everybody jumped on it. But you don't get credit for these things around here, you know what I mean? But, I digress. I do digress, you know what I'm saying? I do digress from that one. So, Leeds, congrats. Big win over Southampton there. And with that win for Leeds, they are 10th, 35 points. They have 2 wins out of the last 5 games and 3 losses. So they needed that win. They needed to bounce back after 2 losses on the bounce. So 35 points. Leeds will definitely be in the Premier League next season for sure. They are looking to be a fixed staple in the Premier League for years to come after missing so many seasons. But I think they play a dangerous game though. They either all out, they just all out attack, man. They always all out attack. And last night when playing FIFA, I went all out attack, and by the time the game got to 60 minutes, everyone was tired. And I think Leeds do suffer from that sometimes, especially in the games that they lose. They have lost 12 times this season and won 11. So it doesn't work. It works only about 50% of the time. But 50% is enough to survive. But could they endure it over a sustained period? Remember the journalist, I think Karen Kenny, recently came under some got herself in hot water for saying something like that recently about Leeds United. But I don't think she was wrong, you know. She was just calling out. She was a bit out of place, but she was just calling out Leeds, and it's the truth. It is the truth. You see what I mean? Leeds just go all out freaking attack, and they'll get caught out against the better teams here. So Villa, who's not been in the best of form, and in the last game, they were without Jack Grealish and they ended up losing the game. I did not predict them to lose the game. But no one knew that Jack Grealish wasn't going to play the game against Leicester. No one knew. I did predict a draw for that game, if I could recall. Let me check. No, I actually predicted a 3-2 win for Aston Villa. But just before the game, it was announced that Jack Grealish would miss the match. And there has been some controversy around that situation where Jack Grealish was going to play, I think. And some players on the team who play fantasy football took Jack Grealish out of their team, which hinted to a possibility that he might not be playing. Excuse me. So then that maybe helped Leicester in their preparation for the match, and in turn went on to win it. And Pep Guardiola did come out and talk about that too. And it's just some things that go on. Like players from two different teams are friends with each other, and they might share little secrets and stuff like that. Especially if they're not playing, especially if they're not happy with the manager and all of that. These little things. So, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's actually a thing. That's actually a thing. So Leeds versus Aston Villa here. Early on this season, Leeds defeated Villa 3-0. It was just a beating. It was a beating. Could Villa bounce back here? Could they bounce back? In this game, 3 second-half goals. Patrick Bamford hat-trick in the second half here. And Bamford has been very good this season, up there in terms of one of the names at the top of the goal-scoring charts. Just came up from the championship. No one thought that Patrick Bamford would have came up and got 10 Premier League goals. But he does. He does have 10 Premier League goals. And more than that. So for Leeds, they won their last game against Aston Villa. And in their last 10 matches against Villa, they only lost twice. And to go with that, they have 4 wins and 4 draws. So before the Premier League meeting, they did meet in the championship. And that was actually a 1-1 draw. So these teams met each other in the championship quite a few times before they both came back up to the Premier League. So in terms of their Premier League results, all-time Premier League results, there has been 25 matches with 8 wins for Leeds, 8 for Villa, and 9 games ending in a draw. So it's very, very level going into this one. This one is definitely hard to predict, but I do think there will be a winner. Leeds have been kind of iffy without Calvin Phillips in the middle. You can say that, but you could also say that sometimes even when Phillips plays, they're very, very suspect. But Villa without Grealish is not the same Villa. It's like there's a huge gap between attack and defense, and that gap is like very, very difficult to connect. Grealish is the man. He is the talisman. He is the connection between the attack and the defense, and without him, I think they'll be in trouble. But is there any news on the Jack Grealish injury? Let me actually do a quick search here and see if there's anything on him, on whether he would play this game against Leeds, because I think if he misses this game, it's saying Aston Villa midfielder to miss Leeds trip but could return for Sheffield. I think Villa are going to struggle here again. They have some very good players. A Traore, a Ollie Watkins, a John McGinn has been playing well. Ross Barkley, Mings, Ezri Konsa. These guys are doing well. But Cash and Grealish missed the last game and they struggled. They really, really struggled. So for this one, look, as I said, I've been predicting Leeds to win games and they lose. Predicting them to lose, they win. So look, and I don't want to predict a draw because it ain't going to end in a draw. It's not going to end in a draw because they just so mercurial, man. But they're playing some good football, some very attractive football, especially that guy Rafinha. City, sign him up before these other teams do. And Jack Harrison has been a little iffy as of late. But the team is so versatile, man. You have guys like Stuart Dallas and, Luke Ayling who can play anywhere across the back line, even in the midfield. And the young Melier has been, I think he's been so-so. He's been about 65-35-ish. Sometimes he's really good. Other times he makes some daft mistakes. And other times he's very unlucky. I'm gonna go for Leeds to win this one, I'm leaning towards a Leeds United to win this one simply because I think Villa is not the same team without Jack Grealish. They're not. Leeds United, too, have only lost twice at home in the Premier League to Aston Villa. 6 draws and 4 wins. So factor that in. And another thing is, and it goes back to the trend. No, this one doesn't apply. But if it applied, I would have went for Villa win. But Dean Smith has never beaten Marcelo Bielsa. This could be the first time. This could be the time where I predict Leeds to win and they lose, and then Dean Smith gets his first win against Marcelo Bielsa. There could be a situation like that. But I'm not actually going for that to act. I'm not going for that to happen. I'm going to say Leeds beat Villa. I'm going to say a 3-1 victory here. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory. What are your thoughts on this one, guys? Let me know your thoughts here. Let me know your thoughts. Thriller is saying Villa without Grealish is like a car stuck in second gear. Yeah, ain't going nowhere fast. Ain't going nowhere. Let me see what you guys are saying. Among Us. This is a great point you're making here. And I'll address this. Pep is continuing on the theme that we're winning because we spend the most money. I just love Pep. He says that's the reputation and that we have, so we should expect and keep winning with this money. I think Pep is trolling. Pep is trolling with the media. Believe me. Pep is a smart guy. And whenever the media come out making comments about certain things, Pep would just say, yeah, we spent a lot. We got the money. You know, that's what you guys say anyways. So I'm going to just go with it. You know what I'm saying? When they ask Pep about the Champions League, Pep just say, I'm focused on the next game. Don't want to talk about that. I'm focused on the next match. What the journalists do, he can't ask anything else. He just blank out. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I love what Pep's doing, man. You know, because these people have an agenda against Manchester City. Adam Sambol is saying Villa to win 3-1. Marlon Daly 2-1 to Leeds. Martin Kolev 4-2 to Leeds. Yeah, I won't be surprised. We got a big high-scoring game like that. Bayern fan 3-1 to Aston Villa. And what else we got in terms of predictions here? Let me see. I think Prosper is saying 3-1 to Leeds. Bayern fan 1-1. He's going for 1-1. Mr. Law is saying 1-2 Villa, in my opinion. I'm not going to actually call out your name anymore because I don't have a large anus. I don't have a large anus. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Jesus. Oh, man, that's funny. Brawlberry is saying 2-0 to Leeds United. Yeah, I'm going for Leeds. Dimitri Payet is saying a 1-0 to Villa. I'm going for Leeds to win this game. Yeah. Leeds. So that's 3 games down. 3 games down, and we're going to keep this thing going. We don't want to linger too much on this, so I'm going to keep this thing going right now. So, yeah. Let's keep this show going. All right, so the next game I want to talk about, we got some light games coming up, though. We got something light coming up. Newcastle United versus Wolves. Newcastle versus Wolves. Ooh, Newcastle. I got something to unveil to you guys as well. So, Wolves beat Leeds in the last round, 1-0 And for Newcastle, of course, they lost again, 3-1 to Manchester United after, leveling up through a Saint-Maximin goal. And I don't know, man. Listen, one team I don't know about right now is Newcastle. Listen, Newcastle are going through a crisis right about now. There's a few teams in the Premier League going through a crisis. There's actually 4 teams, I think, going through a crisis. Liverpool are going through a crisis. Tottenham are going through a mini crisis. Not Leeds. Newcastle are definitely going through a crisis. Sheffield United, and West Brom. 5 teams, but 4 minus Tottenham, a mini crisis. They're still in the, Carabao Cup final. They're in the Europa League still, but in the Premier League, they have been definitely bad. They have been very, very bad. So Newcastle are going through a crisis right about now. This is what's going on at Newcastle right now, guys. You guys like that, right? You guys like that? It's a cyclone going on over there. A cyclone. I actually made that this morning because I want to add more of these things to the stream. More of those fun things to the stream. And, I have the explosion and all. And I just had to add that. That's the crisis. There'll be more. There'll be more coming. There'll be more coming. It's all going to be improvements going in the future. But they're going through a crisis right about now, Newcastle. And listen, even before I continue with this thing, I don't see Newcastle be in Wolves here in this game. Right now, in 2021, I don't see them beating Wolves. For Wolves, Mr. Raul Jimenez is back in training, back in full training. I am not sure if he would actually play, but he is back in full training. It would be kind of awkward seeing him trying to head a ball or going for 50-50, right? That's kind of, that is kind of weird, man. He cracked his skull, cracked. Not a concussion. The skull got cracked. And he has been out for a while. And ever since he's been out, Wolves have struggled. But lately, they have been picking up some points. So you got to give it to Wolves. They have been picking up some very, very good points lately. They are 12th in the league. They have 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5, which is very, very good in terms of results. 2 wins on the trot. I think they're going to go on to make it 3 with Raul Jimenez back in the thick of things. The players' spirits are going to lift. Traore playing some good football. Neto playing some good football. There's an ever-present Joao Moutinho there. There's Ruben Neves still playing well. Rui Patricio in goal. I think they're going to be a little bit too much for a struggling Newcastle team here without a Callum Wilson. Because the other players, the bomb players like a Joe Linton not stepping up, Andy Carroll, Dwight Gale, they have players, They got players, but they're just not that good. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to say they're not in form. The quality of the players are not good. And the other players who came in like a Jamal Lewis, a Ryan Fraser, a Jeff Hendrick, these guys aren't stepping up when they need to step up. This is when your manager needs you to step up. And Steve Bruce is under a lot of pressure. When you look at Steve Bruce's face, his face just reads pressure. You see what I'm saying? A big fat face with 2 little eyes. He's just under a lot of pressure right now. I feel bad for the man. Seriously, I feel bad for him. I really, really feel bad for him. So early on this season, it was a 1-1 draw. Actually, the last 4 games between these 2 teams in the Premier League have been 1-1 draws. And Newcastle, they'll take this draw. They'll take a draw if they get a draw. They will. Before the draw, Wolves won. And that's what's been happening ever since Wolves came back. Wolves and Newcastle were in the Premier League together. The first match back, it was a win for Wolves. So Newcastle in the last 10 has 3 wins against Wolves. They have lost twice, and there has been 5 draws. 5 draws. I know some people may want to predict a draw for this, but guys, Wolves aren't losing this game. They're not losing this game, in my opinion. In my humblest opinion, they're not losing. They have 33 points. They're edging ever so closer to the teams up there with 40 points. And when I say teams, there's teams like Everton and Liverpool with 40 points. There's Chelsea with 43, West Ham with 45. If Wolves could manage to get 3 points here, they move up to 36 points, and they keep winning, they could be back in contention for Europa League or the Europa Conference League. Don't forget that. Do not forget the Europa Conference League is coming next season. So, listen, without going further and further and further into this one, guys, and going into the records of the managers I'ma just say Wolves win this game. Wolves are gonna win this game. It's gonna be a home game for Newcastle, and I'ma say Wolves take this one. I'ma give this one to Wolves. Steve Bruce, I don't think he'll get sacked, but maybe at the end of the season, Newcastle will look to take the club in a different direction. Who knows, you know? So for this one, I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Wolves on the road. 2-1. 2-1. And I'm final on that. So guys, let me know your prediction. So Martin Kolev with the jokes. He says 3-0 to Portugal. Haha, Martin. Haha. Neto hat-trick coming, says my nan's got bunions. Brawlberry, well, wait. Brawlberry is saying 2-1 to Wolves. We have Nadir. Big up to Nadir. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you like the video. We have Nadir saying 1-0 to Wolves. And what else we got here? We got, let me see. Sachin Dev Prasad. How are you doing, Sachin? He says a 1-0 win to Wolves. A 1-0 win to Wolves. We have Dimitri Payet saying a 3-3. 3-3, Dimitri. 3-3. You really? Really, you think that's going to happen, bro? You think that's going to happen? Guys, if you haven't yet, smash the thumbs up button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button as well. West Bromwich Albion Fan TV saying 2-1 to Wolves. Welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you around here before. And we got Cairo Weller saying a 2-1 to Wolves. Bayern Fan 4-2 to Wolves. And he changed it to Portugal. Thanks for dropping your predictions in the stream, guys. Do appreciate that. So I'm going for Wolves to win this one. Definitely going for Wolves to win this. Definitely. So let's get a few more fixtures out of the way before I get my boy Jersey Boy to come on. So Jersey Boy, start getting yourself ready. You're gonna come through pretty soon before we talk about a few small do we have any small fixtures left? We have Everton, Southampton, Sheffield, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Spurs, Burnley, Leicester, Arsenal. And we have the City, West Ham United. So I think, Jersey Boy, I think you could come on now, you know. I think you could come on now and we could finish things off together. I think you could come through and we could do the business here and finish off the show. Could definitely do that. Because we got some big games. I would like to hear your opinion on those matches as well. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. So, got the boy Jersey Boy in the background there. Just give me a second. Let me see what my audio thing is hooked up on. All right. Just got to check where my speaker is located. And it's located in this audio interface thing I have here. So, I'm going to just have to plug it in right there. And get my headphones in. My headphones is kind of messed up right now, but let me see. All right, what's up, man? How are you?
Good. I love the fact that you got baited for the first time. That I just couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. Well, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing fine. I've had to do a lot of work for Ryan this morning, but you know, I'm glad to be here. Glad you've invited me on to help you with the predictions and stuff. I love doing them.
Yeah. So wait. My thing sounds kind of low though. I don't know why it sounds so low. Maybe I need to switch my headphones, but it sounds ridiculously low. When I started a stream, I was like, I don't even know why didn't I set this thing up before I actually started the stream to make sure
I do this. I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
I didn't do that, but
I do it all the time.
All right, that's much better.
You can hear much better now. You can hear much better now.
Yeah. I'm good. So, guys, we got the boy Jersey Boy on. I think we got the similar headphones too. Nah, you got a different type.
No, I've got Beats, but these aren't the real Beats. I've got my other Beats, but look, they're broken.
Oh,
These are knockoff ones. My dad got knockoff ones for some reason, but I'm using them for my music stuff.
did your dad get baited?
No, my dad. I don't know. My dad just thought, I'm gonna buy cheap ones from China. Why not?
Yeah. So, Mr. Jersey, let us talk here. We have Forest Green Rovers Fan TV in here. How are you doing, Forest Green Rovers Fan TV? Yeah, I just made a video on the Forest Green Rovers team there about their innovative new kit made of plastic and coffee waste. So big up to Forest Green Fan TV. Forest Green Fan TV in the house. Awesome. Forest Green Fan TV, if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Dominic Rich FC. You know? You know what I mean? All right, so let's talk, bro. Let us talk. Let us talk about Liverpool. Let us talk about your team. What's going on with your team right now?
I probably, as much as anyone else, I have no clue. I've been trying to figure this out for the last few months. I have absolutely no clue. It's like playing with 0 players on the pitch. Honestly, it's like ghosts playing on the pitch. It's that embarrassing.
Is it like you play FIFA in ultimate mode and you're using Liverpool and all the other teams are like the AI basically?
Oh
That's
my
what's
god,
going on.
I hate that with FIFA when you play ultimate. It's like you can't get the ball off them, and it's like you could try your best to save a goal and it still goes in.
That's basically what going on with Liverpool right about now.
Yeah.
But let us talk about, since you're on here right now, let us talk about the Liverpool Sheffield fixture, and I want to hear your thoughts on this. This one appears to be one of the milder fixtures you have, in February. I did make a video and I said that Liverpool's next 7 games will be very, very interesting, and people actually thought I didn't know what I was talking about. And if you check what happened to Liverpool across, February, or let's say even the whole of 2021 or after Christmas, it has been total disaster. Yeah. You see what I mean? This is look, bro. Look, this is what's been going on with Liverpool for 2021.
Oh, sake.
That's what's been going on with you guys.
That is legit exactly what's happened. That is a perfect example.
Yep. That's what's been going on with you guys, seriously. And we got to get to the bottom of this. I want to hear your thoughts. I know other Liverpool fans would have different thoughts on this, and people would come up with different theories and all that, But I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think FSG or whoever is in charge of bringing in the transfers, they should have gotten the necessary reinforcements at the 1st of January? The players should have been there.
Yep, 100%. I think that should have happened, because you think about it, when you do it the last day, you've got a couple of weeks to get players involved. And, if we had it done in January, we could have got those players much involved, and maybe even played Kabak or Davies against you guys, and they probably would have been a bit more involved with the Premier League. The fact they've done it late is they've now got to get involved more. And the fact that they've done the last day, just to me screams that they had to wait till Matip was out, Gomez was out, Van Dijk was out, and Fabinho to be out to get defenders. Any proper owners would have got better. I can guarantee you, if you guys had 3 centre-backs out, I guarantee you your owners would have got 2 really good defenders in January, on the first day, because your owners want your team to succeed, so that they will get the people that needed straight away. But we didn't.
I don't actually agree with you with that one, because we had the same problem last season and we didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, true. But
we didn't bring in anybody. We could actually look at that in hindsight and say these things, but it's not as easy as it appears to be. Like we might think that, okay, yeah, it's like FIFA, just sign a player, let him come in. There's more to it. You see what I'm saying? But Liverpool, the club that they are, you know what I'm saying, the trophy cabinet that the fans boast about, you know what I mean, the accolades that they have picked up in the recent seasons would tell us that they should have the spending power to at least, bro, bring in one quality centre back.
I know. I do not know how we can't afford anything.
Yeah, it
Where's
is
the
hard.
money on?
It is hard to understand.
Yeah.
It is very difficult to wrap my mind around it, and it's some may say that but Liverpool got 7-2 with Van Dijk and a full squad. You see what I'm saying? And then you guys played Everton, and then the injuries happened in the Everton game. But Van Dijk, it was still a full squad, still drew the game. And then you guys were fine without Van Dijk up until Christmas. Everything was fine and dandy up until Christmas. And then I don't know what happened. The wheels just fell off after Christmas, man.
Yep. It's like there's everything boom capitulated in January, and I think it's just a mixture of. I do not know. If you were to ask me what's happened, I can't tell you because I do not know. I still don't understand. I think it's a mixture of tactics because it's like going hide and seek and keep hiding in the same hiding spot. You're going to get found out every single damn time. Stop playing 4-3-3. You're literally doing the same thing that people have found out you for months, and they still get you. I still don't understand why you play the same thing. It's like you're inviting them to beat you.
There's a famous quote that says, insanity is doing the same thing every time and expecting a different result.
Exactly.
And that's what's Klopp been doing. It's like it's not working, and he just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't think he trusts the players. I don't. There's some players okay, for example, like Pep. Every game, Pep rotates 5 players. Every single game, 5. You cannot predict a Pep Guardiola 11. You just can't. Every game, 5 new players coming in. 5. And the quality does not drop off. Klopp cannot do the same with Liverpool. And he has to blame himself for that by thinking that, yeah, these players are good enough. Sometimes you have to be more ruthless than that. If you look at Man City and how ruthless they've been when Pep Guardiola came in, Pep got rid of every single body. Everybody. Even Yaya Toure, who was up there in age, to be frank, but he got rid of every single body and he made his team the way he wanted it to be. He does not settle for mediocrity. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't. And I think Liverpool are too compassionate in a way and not ruthless enough in terms of, okay, first of all, I know you invested in Naby Keita, but since Keita came in, he has been injured for so many seasons, man.
I know.
You gotta get rid of him.
His muscles are made of tissue, man. His muscles are literally made of tissue.
You gotta get rid of him. You gotta get rid of Oxlade-Chamberlain. These guys are liabilities. They never fit. You gotta get rid of Matip. These guys gotta go.
I agree.
These guys gotta go. This is smaller, lower table club problems. These guys gotta go from your team, in my opinion.
But I agree with you.
You want to be classed as a team that people are gonna look at and really fear for a longer period of time. I know you did well for 2 seasons. You could say 3. But in the Premier League you had 2 very good seasons. And the season, you got 98, 97 points, and then you got 99. But then the season before, you got 75. And then the season before, you probably got 70 or 60 something. I can't remember. And this season, how many points will you end up with? Liverpool are not getting over 70 points this season. You see what I'm saying? Liverpool might end up with 60-something points, the most, this season. The most. So, Is this the team that you want to go forward with? Is this the team that fans are going to continue to brag about when you are not being ruthless enough? Look, you're a successful club. You're making money. You're doing well. You're doing well. You look at Liverpool bench. You're like you have a laugh. You just have a laugh because it's laughable. You cannot look at the bench and be like, come on, change the game. Come on, rotate 5 players, no drop off in quality. And I think that's the problem. And look at the situation you're in right now. You use the Henderson and Fabinho at centre back. They both got injured. I know Fabinho is coming back, and then Fabinho is coming back, but he won't be as strong as he was before he went out. And then he was suffering with some little injuries before. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have Jota is coming back. Who knows what he'll come back like? You never know. He might not hit the ground running. He might take 10 games to get his, find his feet again. We don't know. Maybe he'll hit the ground running. Then you got Milner, who's coming back as well. But all these guys aren't effective enough. You see what I'm saying? Milner gotta go. Oxlade-Chamberlain gotta go. And this is just my opinion looking in. You guys could do whatever you want. Naby Keita gotta go. There has to be a clear out. Matip, the team needs an overhaul. Or what's gonna happen next season? The same thing. The same thing.
I agree 100% with you.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys will bounce back next season and do the business. But it's not looking like it right about now. It's really not. You see what I'm saying? So there's problems left, right, and center at Liverpool right about now. And you guys definitely won't defend your title. That's definitely...
That's 100%.
Yeah, that's set in stone. It ain't happening. You're 19 points behind Man City. And it's the top 4 is looking kind of shaky as well. It's there. It could happen. It's looking shaky. I think it's looking like Europa League for Liverpool. Unless they start playing better football. It's looking like Europa League. Or the Europa Conference League. Listen, that would be embarrassing,
Beyond embarrassing.
That if Liverpool are to be in the Europa Conference League next season, oh my God. You know how...
Playing against Wi-Fi passwords.
Wi-Fi passwords.
They've got weird names. Bro,
imagine having to go to freaking Ireland to play against one of them teams up there.
Oh no, going to the middle of northern Russia to play some Wi-Fi password.
Exactly.
On a Monday night at 1 a.m. or something.
Or let's say playing a team from Kazakhstan in the round of 16 or something like that.
Oh God.
So Azerbaijan, you know what I mean? So and then you have to come back and play the match on the weekend.
Exactly.
Liverpool gotta get their act together. But look, let's talk about the Sheffield United versus Liverpool clash here. How are you feeling about this one?
I don't know. Well, I've kept. Oh no! Don't read the name in the chat. There's another person trying to bait you. By the way. Don't read the name.
Yeah, I see it. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry.
No, don't read it. Yeah, what I was just saying is, I've been trying to think about the other games, Leicester and all those games. And the thing is, I could literally see what was going to happen by the first half. Brighton, first half, I was like, it's coming, we're going to lose. Man City, by the first half, I knew it was going to happen as well. Everton, I knew it was going to happen as well. I just know it. So I'm probably going to have to see what happens in the first half. But for me, this game is a must-win. But there's been loads of must-wins, and they haven't been wins. So this is not must-win. This is a win, or you're an embarrassment. You've got to win. You're playing against 20th in the league. They have not been very good. You have to win. And I can tell you this, if Liverpool don't win against Chelsea, top four is in the bin. 100%. So
when you got Chelsea next, Thursday. Oh, in the middle of the week.
Yeah, midweek, Chelsea
Oh
at
boy,
Anfield.
oh boy. But let's not go too far ahead. We're talking about Sheffield United here. The last game ended in a 2-1 win for Liverpool, and since Sheffield came back to the Premier League, you defeated Sheffield every single time. But the games have been close games. Closer than the result appears to be. It's been really close. I remember the game in 2019 when the 1-0 win for Liverpool when Gini Wijnaldum scored, ball went through Dean Henderson's leg. And this season, Sheffield went ahead. Remember that I think Sander Berger scored the first goal.
Yeah, penalty.
Yeah, the penalty, and then you guys came back. So it hasn't been, Sheffield have not been a pushover despite being at the bottom of the table. And Liverpool struggling so far in 2020, losing their last 4 home games and losing the last 4 games in the competition. Jersey, it could listen. It could be a situation where things could get better. You pick up a win against Sheffield, but if the narrative continues. The bottom place team, Sheffield, could pick up a win here against Liverpool.
Never. I predicted that. I'm not actually predicting this, but I jokingly predicted 1-0 Sheffield and Brewster scores against his old club. That is going to burn.
I've been hearing that one. Yeah.
I'm going to put a bet on it because why not?
But look here, this game, man, because you guys. Is Klopp gonna put Fabinho back in midfield if he's fit enough? In defense if he's fit enough for this game? Do you think? Look, we're gonna learn if the problem is really, really Jurgen Klopp, because I've spoken to a Liverpool fan and he says that it's Klopp. He says Klopp has not been making good decisions, and I kind of agree with him in a way, because if you check his selection, like, why did Klopp play Jota against Midtjylland? Could somebody explain that to me?
I have no clue. I still don't understand why you play Jota, and I still don't understand, like, the thing is, I'm not anti-Klopp. I don't want Klopp up. You can't. You're allowed to talk. Be criticizing your manager, and for me, I'm like fed up. I'm like, why do you wait to the 80th minute to make a substitution against Everton? I'm like, can you make a substitution, man? Come on, we're losing. I know you might think we lost the game already, but I know we might have much on the bench, but at least try. And he keeps playing 4-3-3, even though it clearly doesn't work. I'm like, I know you might not trust the players, but we're not going to win the league. Just experiment. Go for it. See what happens. If it works, it works.
Yeah, it has just gone downhill. It has gone downhill for Liverpool, man. And it's not like I haven't been predicting Liverpool to actually win their games and pick up good results. I have. Mm-hmm. But every game is just a shock. Every game is just a shock result. And I'm like, oh, my God. Here we go again. Look, everybody knew, like, Liverpool content did really good on my channel when Liverpool are winning. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now that Liverpool are going through a crisis situation right about now, you see what I'm saying?
Where is that video from? Is that from a storm or something?
It's yeah. I actually downloaded a video and cut that out and did it in reverse.
Oh God, tornado.
Yeah, it's a hurricane. It's actually a hurricane going on.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
So that's what's going on with you guys right now.
100%, I agree.
It's red and hot over there.
You saw that. I mean? Further says it's hurricane, not hurricane.
Yeah. So look, Sheffield United, they have been poor this season. But they have beaten United, though. And they've been playing some decent football here and there. It's a tricky game, bro. It's a tricky game. You're muted. Yeah, it's a tricky game. I could see, Billy Sharp scoring a goal. You know what I mean? Running to the next end of the field to celebrate with his goalkeeper. You know, something. Or running over to the bench to celebrate with his manager. I could see Ryan Brewster getting his first goal here. I think he
I
will
can see it
feature.
happening as well.
You know, but the crazy thing is though, I cannot find the courage to predict the Liverpool loss here against Sheffield. Seriously, I just can't. For some reason,
Just go for it. Just go for it. You know,
nah.
I'm going to predict a loss because I just know it's coming.
I've actually been showing Liverpool the respect still. Maybe I'm showing Liverpool too much respect, but
Fair enough.
against Everton, I did predict a 1-1 draw, and Liverpool lost the game because I didn't see Liverpool winning the game. I can see Liverpool getting really frustrated by this Sheffield United team. But I'm still gonna predict you guys to win this game. I can't listen. I'm still predicting you to win the game. I'm going for listen. You guys in here, witnesses. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Still.
Who do you think is going to score? Do you think it's going to be the same people? Or?
Well, look, it's a tricky game for y'all though because who's gonna play at the back? You know, is it gonna be Kabak and Davies gonna play, or Nat Phillips and Kabak? Who's gonna be at centre back? Is Klopp gonna change up the system? Is he gonna play 3 centre backs, 2 wing backs? What is he gonna do? You know, what is going on with Thiago? He's not. Well, I don't expect. People are thinking that I expect Thiago to score goals. I don't expect Thiago to score goals, but at least help in the goal scoring by pulling the strings a little better, like people actually thought you would have. And you know the other crazy thing is, bro, I've been calling out Thiago for such a long time, and everybody are looking at me like, oh, I'm a hater, I'm a Thiago hater, and this, that. And I've done that 5 months ago.
Yeah.
5 months, you know. When Ryan is telling me that Thiago is better than Kevin De Bruyne, I'm like, are you delusional or something? No. I look on ESPN, FC, I look on all these YouTube channels, everybody is talking about Thiago and how he's not being good. And I'm like, okay. All right, but I don't get no credit for that. You see what I'm saying?
I've for a long time. I've obviously before he got injured, I was like, oh my god, he looked really good against Chelsea and Everton. But then I've been one of those people calling him out. I'm like, when I did the match reaction with Ryan, I was like, I literally said Thiago has been trash, and anyone comparing him to Kevin De Bruyne, it's. Yes, he might have won more trophies or whatever, but trophies does not mean you're a better player. Kevin De Bruyne, in my opinion, is the best midfielder in the world. You can't compare him to Bruno Fernandes or Thiago. None of them are close. So,
yeah, he has been trash. He has been trash.
Listen,
I'm not even gonna hold anything back when it comes to Thiago or anything. He has been absolute trash for Liverpool. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but in the Liverpool system, he just haven't worked. He haven't worked. But as I said, my prediction is gonna be 2-0 to Liverpool. I'm backing Liverpool to win this game. They need the win. 4 losses on the bounce. Sheffield need the win as well to get off 11 points. They have been stuck there for some time, and I don't think they're gonna do it against Liverpool. If Sheffield do pick up a win here against Liverpool, man, look, man, I don't know what to say. Seriously, I won't know what to say, bro. So
I won't know either. I'll still be here, though. Don't worry. I'm never ever gonna run away just because that's cowardly. But
a lot of people have run away. Look at the turnout. You see what I'm saying?
God.
Look, a lot of people
I hate people have some subscribed and what just because of Liverpool. Like the thing is, every person's allowed an opinion, and if you don't like the opinion, you can still watch and go, okay, I disagree, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
I don't agree with people disliking or leaving just because you have a different opinion.
That's not even a thing, too. It's like the thing is, I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that Liverpool are not doing well. You would think that people would still want to come out to hear what's going on, but they don't. You see what I'm saying? At least they don't want to hear it from me. You see what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe if I was a Liverpool channel, yeah, there would have been because we're discussing Liverpool, but it's just been, people are not interested
Yeah.
because when Liverpool won games, people go crazy. You see what I'm saying? And the YouTube, look, the people who are interested in the content, they do watch the content. But the thing is, there's not a craze on YouTube. The way YouTube works, if everybody's looking for the videos, then YouTube would actually show the videos to people. But the thing is, there's not a craze going on. You see what I'm saying? So the videos do not get
Yeah.
distributed. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if the videos actually get put in front of 100,000 people, you will see the views go up. But the videos aren't being put in front of people because people aren't looking for the videos when Liverpool lose. You see what I mean? And that
Yeah.
is what it is. And I find it strange that it happens when City lose or draw. The opposition fans love
Yeah,
it.
I know.
They come out. You see high numbers, but when we win, it's the inverse. But I love it,
Exactly.
man. Look, I love
I've
it.
seen it myself looking at your channel. It's like
Yeah,
boom as soon as you win.
bro, I love it, bro. Trust me. Don't listen. I love it. The situation the thing is in right now, I wouldn't want it any different.
Fair enough. I don't disagree with you.
So that's it for the Liverpool match there against Sheffield United. I think it should be a routine win for you though. Seriously.
I love
Sheffield
how you're more confident than me.
Yeah, because you should win the freaking game. You know
But
what I mean?
then us we won't. So
You shouldn't, you shouldn't let Sheffield ruffle your feathers at all. But in terms of the next game for Sheffield United, they will play Aston Villa, then they have Southampton, Leicester. So they got to try to pick up some points, man. It's already too late, but if they win their remaining games, they have 13 matches. 13 wins will give you 39 points. 10 wins would do it. Sheffield, come on, start now. But
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen though. It's
Nah.
over. It's over for them. So look, Liverpool, they've been in a bad run of form. That win against RB Leipzig didn't help their cause against Everton at all. They just reverted back to their old selves after losing, to Brighton, Man City, Leicester, and Everton. Now they play Sheffield where they could get a win. They could get a win. And then they play Chelsea where London have been a very good hunting ground for Liverpool. That's a big game. That is a big game. That is a huge game. And then we have Fulham going to Anfield. And teams have been enjoying playing at Anfield lately. Mm-hmm. So it's no one never, man. It's no one never if Liverpool wants top 4 or if they even want Europa League because other teams are catching up. So that'll do it for that one. That'll do it for that one. Josie boy, I want you to stick around.
I'm happy to stick around.
Yeah, and talk about these other games as well. Appreciate that. So the next one I want to touch on is Leicester versus Arsenal here. This is also a tricky fixture to predict. Leicester in third. They are the only team not to fall out the top 4 this season. What are your thoughts on Leicester's form this season, though?
I think Leicester have been great. I really do feel sad for James Justin because obviously the Euros are coming up. I'm really excited for the Euros because it's England's chance to do anything, but we won't because we're bound to FC. We've got Southgate, we're shit. But anyway, he was looking really promising, that kid, and he ended up doing his ACL, which is a horrible injury. And they've had to play, I think, Luke Thomas and Ricardo Pereira, but Ricardo Pereira hasn't been playing that much. I think Leicester have been really, really good. They've actually surprised me because last year they were really good and then bang, went down. And I'm starting to feel they're starting to do that And I think that started off with the fact they got beaten by some farmers up in Russia.
Czech Republic.
Yeah, in the Czech Republic. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for that. What about Arsenal? What are your thoughts on how their season's been going so far?
Oh God, Arsenal. I think Liverpool are Arsenal, except we're not 10th. So I think Arsenal have done. They did well. They went up for a few games, and then they've gone back down again. They've lost two. They lost to you guys recently. They lost to Villa, lost to Wolves again. They've been looking really, really, really average. I think their defense has been proper bad. I don't think David Luiz should start, but Partey has played, but he hasn't done much. So I think Arsenal have been mediocre.
Very good, very good. Look, very, very good. Very, very good. Look, both teams are, coming off of Europa League games here. Leicester, they lost. Their spirits will be kind of down, but I think it's the best thing that could have happened to them this season by getting knocked out of that Europa League. And, they could have get knocked out of the Europa League. I'm just looking at the comment here. Guys, be nice in the comments, please.
I just saw the comment. I'm 21. Don't disrespect me.
Don't look, let me tell you something about comments, man. Don't get sucked in by some of these comments, because some of the people in the comments are not even brave enough to come on camera and talk. So
yeah,
they could say whatever they want in the comments.
They'll never say it to someone's face.
Exactly. So just leave people in the comments, let them do what they do. You know what I mean? Guys, if you haven't yet liked the video, let's get the stream to 50 likes as well. Smash the thumbs up button. Jersey boy, maybe it's just a compliment. You look young, you know what I'm saying?
I think I look young. I've got weird beards. I've got barely any hair.
You have a lot of hair. You have more hair than I do. Maybe not more beard than I do, but I'm older than you. I could almost be your dad.
Normally my hair is like all puffed up and stuff, but I shaved it for charity in December. So.
Oh, okay. You see, you out here doing something good. You know what I mean? You're out here doing good stuff, man. But look. Arsenal, they're coming off of a very good win in the Europa League. That's a morale boosting win for them, man. Big time. You see what I'm saying? And getting over a team like Benfica, who are a quality team, even though their form in Europe has been really garbage since the curse of Bela Gutman back in the 1960s, where he said the club will not win another European trophy in 100 years, and they haven't. So a major European trophy, and they haven't. So, and that came because Benfica were being cheap with that manager who were winning them things. So it just shows it doesn't pay to be cheap, bro. Do not be cheap. Do not be cheap. Cheapness, it won't get you a long way. You know what I'm saying? 100%. It's like you could afford a certain car, but you go for a cheaper car and then you go on a road trip and it breaks down. While if you had invested in a better car, you would have been good. It's like going for the cheaper option of the player, and he doesn't produce at your club. But then when the team that's paying 60 and 70 million for every single player, you criticize that team. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. So look, man, Arsenal versus Leicester City. We know Arsenal's form in the Premier League has been so up and down. Did well after Christmas. Went back in the hole again. And we know Leicester have been damn good. Never came out of the top 4 all season. And I think I want them to get top 4 now that they have been playing so well. But let's hope that complacency don't kick back into their game and they mess up for the last, let's say, 10 games of the season like they did last term. So the first match of this year, we had Leicester beating Arsenal 1-0, courtesy of a Jamie Vardy goal in the 80th minute, set up by Cengiz Under. I could actually remember that game too. Arsenal, it's like they got baited in that game. They got baited hard. And Brendan Rodgers brought Under off the bench and set up Vardy with a brilliant square. And he did the rest. It was 0-0 for the majority of the game. And I think Leicester were more sitting back, allowing Arsenal to do their thing. And Jamie Vardy just got that late goal and bam, that was it. So no doubt that Leicester are the better team going into this game. I don't know if Maddison is fit enough to play. That would be a big miss.
It's been confirmed he's not fit.
Yeah, so there you go. Maddison is gonna miss this game, but there's still the quality of a Tillemans. You know what I mean? He's been playing well. I think Dennis Pratt will still be out. He's been out for a while. But once you have Jamie Vardy, you have Harvey Barnes playing well. There's always an Al Brighton who's a hard-working player. Pereira is back in the team. So Soyuncu and Evans are back. Fofana will be out, I think. And Schmeichel, very, very good, underrated goalkeeper in between the sticks there. Luke Thomas has been doing a great job filling in at left back too. So it's not going to be a run. It's not going to be a pushover. Ndidi in the middle there to win the ball back. You have guys to come off the bench in case Leicester go ahead. A Mendy and a Marte, a Chowdhury to come on and show things up.
Yeah.
So Leicester, you got to give them credit. They have suffered from a lot of injuries and they're not complaining. While fans and other teams, even the managers are complaining about injuries. Stop complaining and use what you have. That's why you have a squad. You have a squad so that you could use the squad when you have a little crisis going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it pays to do good recruitment and have a nice deep squad and have a nice culture going on at the club where the players are happy. You see what I'm saying? The players are paid well. They paid well, so they understand their role. You're not tricking players into saying, "Oh, you come to the club, you're gonna play a lot of games," and then you end up don't play, and then you're in a mind frame where you're not happy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're not happy with the manager. You're not happy. I think Leicester City's players are happy with their manager. I can't say the same for Arsenal. I don't think every player are happy with what Mikel Arteta are doing. That's why you see these younger guys going out alone. You see what I'm saying? That's why so. The culture of the clubs, the two clubs are a bit different as of late. I think Arsenal is still a decent team with the likes of Saka playing well, Aubameyang getting a little form back as well. You got guys like Martinelli, Emil Smith-Rowe, brought in Odegaard, he's playing well. So they do have a decent thing going. I think Leno is a good goalkeeper, but their defense has to get work. They got to work out their defense, Hector Bellerin, I think, is not good enough. I don't rate him. Maybe I did one time. Yeah, maybe I did when he was a little younger. Maybe when he was about 21, he showed a lot of promise. But he hasn't been good. You see what I'm saying? And their defense have, it's Mikel Arteta doesn't know the right centre-back pairing. Sometimes you want to play Pablo Mari. He want to play David Luiz. He want to play Holden. He want to play Gabriel. He don't know what. So Tierney is a good player, but against Man City he was a bit iffy. Look, man, look. I could only see one result here. I could only see a Leicester City winning this game. Seriously, I'm not saying Arsenal can't do it or the game can't draw, but I'm going for Leicester to win this game 2-1. That is my prediction here.
I'm going exact same as you, 2-1.
You're going for a 2-1 too. Okay.
Vardy to score the winner again.
Harvey Barnes have been dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And Brendan Rodgers has a so-so record against Arsenal. 5 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses. And Leicester's all-time record against Arsenal in the Premier League reads 29 games, 5 wins, 8 draws, 16 wins for Arsenal. I think Leicester's going to add another W to this. They will be at home, and I think they're going to use the home advantage to their best. They have only lost 4 times at home to Arsenal. They have 4 wins themselves and 6 draws. So I'm gonna go for Leicester to win this one, 2-1. So that's my prediction. What are you guys saying in the chat? We have Thriller, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You guys ain't winning this one, in my opinion. So what is Thriller saying in terms of this prediction here? Let me see. What's your prediction here, Thriller? So let me see. So we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the house. We have the real Aubameyang in here, Oh my God. Oh. He's saying a 2-2 draw. We have FC Bankrupt Lona is back. I guess Donovan logged out of his Donovan McCrabb account and come in as these guys are something else, man. He's saying a 2-2 for less. A 0-0 draw. Jordan is saying a 2-1 win for Leicester City. What else we got here? Let me see. In terms of your predictions, Gervais is saying a 3-1 to Leicester City. We have a wonderful human being with a great character. Jersey boy, what do you think about that name, bro?
I think that's a piss take at what Brandon Rogers says, because he keeps saying wonderful human being with a great character.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's what he says. There's a guy from Liverpool who does impressions, and he keeps saying wonderful human being with a great character. I think it's like a joke about Brendan Rodgers.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Is that guy on YouTube that does these? He does like a Jurgen Klopp impression, and is it that same guy?
No, there's another guy from Liverpool. He did the most. Even though I'm a Liverpool fan, he did the funniest one, which is when Burnley beat us. He did a Sean Dyche impression. It was. I just couldn't stop laughing.
I think it's that same guy we're talking about. I think it's the same guy. So Thriller saying I don't do predictions because I'm always wrong 95% of the time. Okay. All right, I see. So we have Adam Sambo saying a 2-2 Vardy brace, Aubameyang brace. That'll be fun. But I just think Rodgers is gonna get the better of Arteta once again here. I really do. So that's it for that one. We're gonna move on to the next one here. We're gonna definitely move on to the next one. And let me see what we got here. We got a few more to go through. We got to talk about the Man City, West Ham, of course. But let's just run through a few more before we call it a day. Everton versus Southampton. Jersey. Everton versus Southampton, man. What are your thoughts on Everton coming off of, they're coming off of a really, really good win against Liverpool there. So they should be buoyed by that win. And that's a big win. 2-0 win against your rivals after not doing the business against Liverpool at Anfield since 1999. And you weren't born in 1999, right?
I was 99.
Oh, you born in 99?
Yeah.
Damn. Back in 99, I was in high school, man. Yeah. Back in 99, I was a young boy in high school, I think I was in Form 2. Second form. Yeah. Those were the good old days, Those were the good old days. Wait, you guys use form in England too, right?
No, we have years. You've got year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, and then you have sixth form. Sixth form is, I'm probably to say, 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, you guys use the form thing. That's where we got it from. We got it from you guys.
We do use forms in the smaller schools. We use form.
Yeah. We got it from you guys. That's why we got it from you guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, Everton, man, Everton. Did you expect the loss against Everton though?
As soon as I saw the first half, I was like, it's coming.
But before the game,
before I was like, oh God, imagine. But I had this feeling that something was going to happen. But I thought, come on, you can't lose at home to your rivals. You have not won in 25 years at home. Come on, you cannot do that. But then as soon as the lineup came out, It's just the way this year is going. It's written in the stars that it's just going to happen. So I think Everton have been brilliant. Carlo Ancelotti, brilliant manager. I think they won the game fairly. I still think people complaining about the penalty, but if you think about it, even if Trent wasn't there, he's got an open net to put the ball in.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
in my
yeah.
eyes, it was going to be a win either way.
Look, this is my thoughts on Liverpool fans and Liverpool fan channels. They complain about every single thing when they lose. When they lose, right? They won't even say, "Yeah, congrats to the opposition team. They did well. They beat us out. They beat us." They find something to complain about, something or the other to complain about, and then it has to stop. You don't always have to look for an excuse for your failure. Sometimes you just fail because you're not good enough. It's that simple. You're just not good enough. Whatever you did not work, and you failed. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You failed because there's other teams doing it better. You see what City are doing. You see what I mean? Why aren't the same things happening in the Man City games? Why? Trent was very clumsy with that tackle. Very, very clumsy. Very clumsy that he ended up on the floor in front the path of the player making the run.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be a penalty. But I see people making whole videos on this talking about was it a... Well, come on, man. Listen, man. It got to stop. It seriously has to stop. You know what I mean? But look. Everton versus Southampton here. I know Everton's been playing some good football under Carlo Ancelotti. They have gone through some periods where they basically had a similar season to Liverpool. But because it's Everton, it looks like if they're doing a lot better. You see what I mean? It's looking like they're doing way, 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 way better. So, look, I think your internet is beginning to act up. Do you have more tabs open on your computer or something?
Maybe. I'll close them.
Yeah, you need to close these other things out. Because unless you have like supreme internet like I do, you're going to have problems.
I do have supreme internet. I've got like a office box.
I don't know, bro. It's not apparent to be so.
Stupid Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I'm not on Wi-Fi, by the way, too. What are you using? A computer? Are you using a desktop or a laptop?
A laptop. I've got the desktop coming in a month, in 2 weeks' time.
So does your laptop have a place to put in like a cable?
Oh, for Ethernet?
Yeah.
Yes, I do have an Ethernet.
Yeah. Anytime you're streaming, bro, the best thing to do is to plug in, go straight Ethernet and not Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is the worst. Wi-Fi is the worst, bro. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Predictions for Forest Green versus Colchester United. Well, look, man. I think Forest Green lost their last match, if I'm not mistaken. And the crazy thing is, I was doing a Forest Green Rovers stream on my gaming channel, and I kind of messed up the youth academy. I messed it up big time. But, look... Since I'm more familiar with Forest Green, I don't know what's going on in terms of their league standing. I'm not going to act like I know what's going on. But let's go for the win for Forest Green, man. Since you chose to come through here, Forest Green Rovers Fan TV. You know, awesome. And, you know, Forest Green Rovers Fan TV, as I said, follow me on Twitter if you do. I would like to have a chat with you about what's going on at the Forest Green Rovers Club, the greenest football club, the most eco-friendly football club in the world, man. That is crazy. That is crazy, man. You know, so, yeah. I don't know if you found me because of that Forest Green video I did. I don't know. But, Gervais, look at Gervais. Gervais, man.
God,
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You could just say... Freaking Forest Green Rovers are going to win. You're not invested in Colchester. You don't know what's going on in League 2. But then you're going to go and talk about freaking Colchester United going to win the game, man. Be nice, at least. Come on. You see what I'm saying? You see how much people could be dickheads? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know, you don't have to be a dickhead, Jave. Anyways, let's get back to the show, man. Everton. You know, Jersey boy, remember there's no pressure. There's no pressure. We just here doing our thing, you know what I mean?
No.
There's no pressure. There's no performance review. There's no analytics review. You know, the show will go on until the end of the season, and we come back again next year. You know, so it's all good. You know what I mean? And appreciate you, you know, hanging out with me on this one. It makes it a lot easier. You know what I mean? It does.
It does, definitely does.
Yeah. So look, early on this season, Southampton did beat Everton 2-0, but Southampton even got to the top of the table this season. So, you know, they're not doing well, man. Southampton have lost 7 out of their last 8 games, which is crazy.
They're not doing well, Southampton, at the moment.
That is crazy. That is nuts. But they still look like they won't have to worry about survival, though. They have 30 points. They're winless in their last 5 games. They did, however, manage to pick up a 1-1 draw against Chelsea. I don't know how they did it, but they're winless. They are winless in quite a few games, though. The last time they actually won a game in the Premier League was against you have to go back. It happened against Liverpool. After you guys lost to Southampton, it's like Hasenhuttl when he cried. I think that messed up his season, man.
Yeah.
I think Hasenhuttl had to have the. I know it's very emotional to beat Klopp and all and beat Liverpool with a team. We don't know the hard work that he puts in behind the scenes, but you're crying on TV like that. People are gonna look at you. Some people are gonna look at you like, yo, bro, you're soft. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, I know I am looking at it in a positive way that he cried because it was a big win. But at least follow it up with a couple wins, for God's sake, man. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At least, man. You know, so they have not won a game in the Premier League since then. They haven't. And that includes a 9-0 beat into Manchester United. You know what I mean? That was a horrible one.
I still understand how the team can lose 9-0 in consecutive seasons. That is unseen in Premier League history.
That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. So they do have Bournemouth in the semi-final of the the FA Cup. So that's something to look forward to. You see what I'm saying? That is something definitely to look forward to for them to help get their morale up. They have a few kind fixtures coming up as well. They play Sheffield, they have Brighton, they have Burnley, they have West Brom, they have Palace. So if they don't win those, if they don't at least get, let's say, 2 wins and 2 draws from some of these games, they would actually have to be worried about getting caught by the likes of Fulham and Brighton and Burnley and these other teams. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So Everton, we discussed Everton. You know, Carlo Ancelotti doing a great job there. They have been back financially, and I think they will continue to be, you know, back Carlo Ancelotti. And I've heard they've been approved for a new stadium as well. That's crazy. You know, so Everton on the way up, man. They're on the way up. At least, you know, their owners does not appear to be very cheap, which is a good thing. All right, and let me see. The owners doesn't appear to be cheap, and they're on the right path, looking to get Europe for next season. As for Southampton, we discussed what's going on with them. You know, Danny Ings trying his hardest, but him alone can't do it. James Ward-Prowse trying his hardest, him alone cannot do it. They've just been terrible, man. It's just been a downward spiral. They are in free fall at the moment, and this is definitely a game where they have to get something from this one. They have to. Everton are the type of team, though, that they would win against Liverpool. They would put together a good, you know, like consecutive wins and then go back to losing or dropping points, you know. So I won't expect I won't be surprised if something like that happens. Jersey boy, I'm leaning for this game. For this game, Southampton versus Everton, bro. I think Southampton's getting a draw out of this game for some reason. I just have a feeling because Everton are a so-so team. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
they play so good in one game, and then the next game you're like, whatever happened? You know.
Yeah.
So I know they got Calvert-Lewin back and everything, but listen, I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw for this one. I know I might be wrong, but I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
I'm gonna go Everton 2-1. I think
So
Everton will win just because they Southampton are not that good. I think Takumi Minamino will score. That's about it. I apologise about that. My dad came in and scared the absolute crap out of me.
no need to apologize, bro. No need to apologize, okay? It's all good. No need to apologize. So that's where I'm gonna leave that one. I think I touched enough on this one. I give it some good attention there, and we're gonna move on from that one. Southampton have been good against Everton in their last 10 games, where they have picked up 5 wins in our competition. So they need a win, and this is a perfect game to pick up a win in. They need a 3 points. They will go up to 33 points if they do pick up a win. And Everton, with a win, they would be looking to inch closer to the top 4. So wins. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you play. You play to win. You play to win, and 3 points is, of course, we know better than one, better than none. And that's why the team that's what each manager want, a win here. But I'm gonna go for a draw. So we're gonna move on. We have a few more games to talk about. That's the thing about these, Jersey boy. In order to do these live streams, these Premier League live stream where you talk about 10 games, you're not just bringing up the game and say, Southampton, Everton. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Everton to win. Yeah, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and then move on. That's not how I do things. You see what I'm saying?
I like the fact that you like to go in depth with everything.
Yeah. I think in the long run is the better thing to do, because you end up having more knowledge about every single club. So if you have a discussion, you can then take part. I watch most games every week. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While people are streaming while games are going on. You see what I'm saying? So people are gonna do what they want. But I'm saying, when we're having a discussion, don't act like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I know what I've watched West Brom and I've watched Sheffield United and these teams play while you haven't watched. I'm not saying you, but the person.
Yeah, no, I know. I know what you mean.
You see what I mean? While you doing something else while a Premier League's game is going on, because you're not I'm invested in the entire league and not just one team. Like, this is not a Man City channel. If it was a Man City channel, I would have got to City already, but I haven't. But I want to hear your thoughts on City soon, though. I do want to hear your thoughts on City. Thriller is saying, I rate Minamino. Hope he gets on a score sheet too. Yeah, he's done a good job while he's been out on loan. El Clapo is saying a 2-2 draw. Bayern Fan is saying 3-1 to Everton. Malik Anthony Great 3-1 to Everton. Dupe is saying a 2-0 to Everton as well. Jordan 2-0 to Everton. Hi to AD, who's in the house right about now, guys. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the stream to 50 thumbs up. It's not a big crowd, but it's a good crowd. Slow and steady wins the race. It's a marathon. You know what I mean? I have a lot of work to do. I'll be back here on Sunday again. Then I'll be back on Monday again. Then I'll be back, during the week. I think I have to come back on Thursday and then again on Friday. So.
God, you got a lot of work to do.
Or I have a feeling I might actually not come back on Thursday because we do have games on Thursday. So what I'm gonna I will come
Yeah,
back on
Chelsea's on
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, I will come back on Thursday though. I will come back on Thursday. Even if I have Liam, I'll come back on Thursday and have him here making noise and doing whatever he does. And because I have to come back to talk about that Chelsea Liverpool game, you know. And while I do the Chelsea Liverpool game, I'll just touch up on the other matches. Because what I'm gonna do this week though, Jersey, since I'm off on Tuesday, like I get off of work on Tuesday, well I'll talk about the Man City Wolves game. I'll go live for that one. I'll do a live stream on that one. But Wednesday I won't go live on Wednesday. But for Thursday now, I'll do like let's say like a 30-minute live stream the most, talking about the Liverpool, Chelsea, and the other games, and just call that a wrap. And then, well, there's Fulham Tottenham playing as well. So yeah. And then on Friday now, I'll do the prediction for the weekend games, and then I'll even touch up on the midweek fixtures as well. So that's my plan. You know,
That's a good plan.
Yeah,
That's a lot of live streams.
Well, you gotta look. It's either you do the live streams or you put out videos, and I rather do the live streams. I think live streams have been it's better for the channel. It's interactive, and you keep the supporters, the subscribers, the fans. You keep them close to you. You see what I mean? It's a more intimate setting than a video, where you put up the video and that's it. You might respond to some comments, but that's all. So I like doing the live stream because it's live. I could talk to you live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I prefer the live predictions. It's much better than doing them video style.
Yeah. Good afternoon to you too, Tariq, coming all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. So, Thriller is saying, oh damn, Minamino is injured. Hamstring injury, I just read. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not good. But I'm still going for Southampton to get a 1-1 draw. They have to get something out of this game, man. Or else it's like we're talking getting not pulled back, but pulled into the whole relegation talk here, you know what I mean? And that's the last thing they need right about now. Look, we got three matches left to talk about. We got the City, West Ham, we got Spurs Burnley, and we got Chelsea Man United. Let's talk about the Spurs Burnley game here, Jersey. Spurs have been horrible. Horrible in the Premier League lately. And these are the last results in the Premier League. They have done well in the Europa League. Yeah, that's expected. But they lost 2-1 to West Ham. Oh, I don't know why that happens. They lost 2-1 to West Ham, right? And that's the first time David Moyes have ever defeated Mourinho in his career, which is nuts. They lost 3-0 to City. In the FA Cup, 5-4, they conceded 5 against Everton. They did beat West Brom, but they lost to Chelsea. They lost to Brighton, lost to Liverpool. Like it's horrible. They could be better. You would think that they're a better team, but they are not. They are not, and I think that's why Mourinho was in the market for a big defender. I think that's why you heard like Skriniar being linked to Tottenham so much in the summer. I think Tottenham this summer, I think Mourinho might still be the manager because he doesn't have a clause in his contract where they could sack him like without paying him 40 million, paying him his entire remaining salary. I think he's been contracted until 2023, if I'm not mistaken. So they have to bring in centre-back reinforcements. I don't think, I really and honestly don't think that Davinson Sanchez has improved. I thought at Ajax he was very, very, very good. He came in from that Colombian club where they won the Copa Libertadores. Can't remember the name, but at a Colombian club, but at Atletico something. I can't remember the name of the club. But they were very good. They won the freaking Copa Libertadores. Ajax picked him up. He was really good at Ajax. Spurs pick him up. And then I don't know what happened to him. And you see there's games he's not playing, and then there's Eric Dyer, who's like just diabolical. And it's been bad. You know, they heavily dependent on Harry Kane and Son. And, you know, they brought in Bale. He hasn't really, you know, kicked on in the Premier League, maybe in the Europa League, but not in the Premier League. Jersey, what are your thoughts on Tottenham this season? Whoa. You're muted, bro.
I keep getting asked to go to the shops. I'm like, I don't want to go. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Tottenham, I don't know what's wrong with Tottenham. They're so negative. Like, I've never seen a football club so negative. Like, they go 1-0 up. It doesn't matter who against. They will put a double-decker bus on the pitch. It's, like, I don't know. But I think against Burnley, I think Burnley, they'll go back to winning ways. I think they'll go back to winning ways. I think maybe they'll score Burnley. But then again, we've predicted all these things this season, and there's been so many upsets this season. It's ridiculous. So I think Spurs have been average. Burnley have been meh. They've been Burnley. There's no other way to say they've just been Burnley. So I think Tottenham will go back to winning ways.
Yeah. The internet is kind of acting up again there too. Yeah. But look, bro, if it's time, if you gotta go, you know, if it's time you gotta go, you could go, you know. So you know, yeah. I don't know why you didn't plug it in all this time though.
Go on.
Why you didn't plug it in? You're a typical Liverpool fan, you know. Typical Liverpool fan, man. You know, we got Ryan with the whole internet mishaps all the time. Then you got you. You know what I'm saying?
One of his awful internet.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with you guys though. But we spoke about the Ethernet cable, and I can't believe you didn't plug it in.
I don't know why I didn't plug it in. That's just me being stupid.
Oh boy! Oh my god!
Oh my! I felt bad now,
bruh. Yeah, because you know you come on the thing. You see, I have clean supreme internet. My internet never you never see my stuff lag.
No,
I don't know if anybody's watching this ever see my stuff lag.
So I've never seen you lag.
Yeah, so you can't come on the thing with your laggy business. You know what I mean?
I can't be Ryan 2.0.
You know, so look at that. You plugged in the Ethernet cable, immediate impact.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, let's get back to this. Tottenham Burnley. You know, Burnley pulled off a few big upsets this season, with the biggest one being against Liverpool. You know, what a win. They're 15th right now, and Tottenham are 9th. In terms of the point standing, Burnley, they got 28 points. That's a pretty decent return after 25 games. And they would want to keep picking up points. Even if it's 1 point, they would take it. They need to keep picking up points here. They need to keep picking up points. And there we go again. They need to keep picking up points, because all they have to focus on right now is safety. Safety. You see what I mean? Safety. And the way Tottenham are playing right about now, I can see Burnley getting something. I could definitely see Burnley. Oh, there he goes again.
Go away.
I could. What is that?
My dad keeps trying to come on screen. He's telling me I have to go to the shops now because he thinks I'm being lazy. So,
yeah.
Dad, stop. Oh, for God's sake. Sorry, Dominic. I'll come back later.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
All right. So, yeah. Jersey boy, we talk, man. We talk. Yeah. Nice having you on. All right. So, it was nice having Jersey boy on, but he has to run. His dad need him to go to the shop to pick up some goods. So, yeah. Let us get back to the Tottenham Burnley. I could see this is a game where Burnley could actually pick up something. This is a game where I could see Burnley getting something out of this. The last 2 games, they did pick up a 1-1 draw in each of these games. They did beat Crystal Palace, and they got a draw against Brighton. So Burnley, they have been 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 Premier League games, they have been unbeaten, which is a great thing. And they do have a win in there. You see what I'm saying? So they have been unbeaten. And the way Tottenham have been playing, look, I could see Burnley actually pulling a draw out of this. I could see them getting a draw here. Seriously, I could see them getting a draw. Because Tottenham, they haven't impressed me at all. And Burnley are this gritty team with a backline of Ben Mee, Tarkowski. You have Nick Pope. Got guys like Eric Peters and Lowton and all these no-name guys that most people that don't watch their games. They won't even know who the Burnley players are. And I think they can get something from this match. I can't like put my money on who's gonna score here, but I think they're gonna get a draw from this. I think this game is gonna be a 1-1 draw between Tottenham Hotspur and Burnley, with Tottenham being the favorites to win the game, of course. But I'm just gonna go for Burnley to win, to pick up a point here, not win. Burnley to pick up a point. Let me take these headphones off because I can't hear myself. Speak. So I'm gonna go for Burnley to get a 1-1 draw. What are your thoughts on this one? Yeah, the new mic. The new mic sounds like some planted chips. Yeah, man. Yeah, Jersey boy. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That is a thing that sometimes discourages me about bringing people on. It's the quality, man. You know what I mean? It's the quality. Not everybody have the good quality audio. Not everybody have good quality internet, the video, the lighting. So sometimes you're like, you have to like be able to like just deal with the drop off in quality. So it's fine. It is fine. Because there has to be, something's got to give. You can't want to have somebody on your show and, expect things to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. You see what I mean? So we got people going for Spurs here. 5-1 to Spurs, says Donovan. Dems is saying 1-0 to Spurs. Jordan, 2-0 to Spurs. We have Dupe saying 2-0 to Spurs. Adam says, I think we will see another upset from Burnley. 1-0. Gervais, a 2-0. Jose needs a bounce back. Yeah, but also I think Burnley have been playing some decent football and they could actually get something out of this. It would be naive of me if I actually underestimate Burnley here. So I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw. I haven't been impressed with Tottenham in the league. Maybe in the Europa League when you're playing a Wolfsburger, but when you're gonna bully them and win 8-1. But not Burnley. You cannot bully. The only team that is allowed to bully Burnley is Manchester City. Let me just put that one right there. Let me put it right there. And Tottenham have been too reliant on Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. And Son have not been in that great form lately. So that's where that one is. And I'm going to move on from that. I have 2 more games to talk about. We want to start wrapping up today's stream. But let's talk about Chelsea versus Manchester United here. This is the biggest clash this weekend. Not the City West Ham, not the Arsenal Leicester, not the Crystal Palace Fulham, but the Manchester United versus Chelsea match. This is big. Chelsea FC versus Man United. This one is good. Man. Tune in, man. Tune in for this one because this one is damn good. This is a good one. Listen, I'm excited about this one. You see what I mean? This would be 11:30 my time on February 28th. That's Sunday. That's a good one. That is a good one. I'll be at work, but I'm gonna catch that one. For Chelsea. In their last 5 games, they are unbeaten. They're actually unbeaten in all competitions under their new boss, Thomas Tuchel, who've done a fairly good job since he took over from Frank Lampard. For Man United, they are also unbeaten in their last 5 Premier League games, but they did get knocked out of the what you call it. They did lose recently to City, if I'm not mistaken, you know. But if you want to look through their form, they're coming off of a Europa League tie 4-0 win over Real Sociedad. They beat Newcastle 3-1. They beat West Ham in the 5th round of the FA Cup, but that 1-1 draw against West Brom is kind of worrying. And the 3-3 draw against Everton is kind of suspect. They go back to a 0-0 draw against Arsenal. And the game that I was actually thinking about was that 2-1 loss to Sheffield United on January the 27th. So Chelsea have definitely been in good form. And Chelsea have been playing at a higher standard, in my opinion. And you could even throw in the Champions League comparing to the Europa League and all. Coming up against Atleti is not the same like coming up against Real Sociedad. And Chelsea managed to beat Atletico Madrid courtesy of an overhead kick by Olivier Giroud. Real Sociedad, I thought, were going to pose a threat against Man United, and they didn't. They got steamrolled. But this is the Premier League. We're back to reality here. We're back in the Prem de la Prem. Man United, Chelsea. So for this one, it will be at Stamford Bridge. And let's take a look at the recent history. Earlier in the season, they played to a 0-0 draw. And this one could be heading towards a draw too, but listen, it could, you know, it's a seesaw kind of game where we could see United win or we could see Chelsea win. It is a very, very difficult one to predict. It is very difficult because we know the quality both teams possess. Maybe not all the players on United, but we know that Bruno Fernandes has been just out of this world. Marcus Rashford has been playing well, but we know United's defense, very suspect. So it will be interesting to see how they cope with this Chelsea attack. So in their last 10 meetings in all competitions where they have met in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Premier League, they have a lot of FA Cup meetings recently though. 3 to be exact, and a Carabao Cup meeting. For Chelsea, they have only 2 wins against Manchester United, which does not, you know, it doesn't look good. It's not an encouraging stat at all. Only 2 wins. They have 3 draws and 5 losses. So for the wins though, those wins came in the final of the FA Cup back in 2018. That was good. And the FA Cup semi-finals last season. And that's it. 2 wins, and those came in the FA Cup. So in terms of the Premier League matches, let's try to bring up the last 10 Premier League games that these 2 teams have played and see the last time that Chelsea picked up a Premier League win against Manchester United. You have to go back to 2017 in the 17-18 season where they won 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. And since then, United have won, let me see, there has been a draw. Another draw. United win 4-0 last season. And we had United winning, doing the double last season as well. So United have been the better of the 2 teams in terms of recent form against each other. And it's United start the day ahead of Chelsea on the table as well. And these teams are competing for that top 4 spot. Some hopeful, some optimists would say the title race is still on and the league isn't over yet and City could still slump. But with Man United being 10 points behind Manchester City, City would have to lose about 3 games or 4 games for United to catch them back. And, you know, it doesn't look like that's going to actually happen the way Man City have been playing. For Chelsea, however, they are 16 points behind City. So I think they can kiss the title goodbye this season. So these 2 teams will be actually vying for that top 4 spot. Chelsea are currently outside the top 4. United nestled high up the table in second, 6 points ahead of Chelsea. They would want to cut that point gap to 3. They would. That's what they would want to do. Look, in terms of tactics and the managers coming in here, Chelsea, they have looked good under Tuchel, but he have to get his selection right on the day. He got to decide, okay, I want to go with this 11. I want to go with this formation. And I don't want to be changing every game. You know, he got to make up his mind. And I think he has been searching for the right combination over the last couple of games. And Chelsea have done fairly well. They did draw against Southampton recently. And they picked up a draw early on, I think, I think against Wolves. That was his first game. He picked up a draw. But that win against Atleti, impressive. And in the Premier League so far, very, very impressive. So, Thomas Tuchel going through the honeymoon phase. It's the honeymoon phase. Is it going to end? You know, we've been saying that, yeah, a lot of kind fixtures. But the Atleti fixture was not a kind one. The real test would come against Atleti. They passed the test. Would they pass the test against Manchester United come this Sunday? United, as we know, their defense, I think, is their problem. Harry Maguire and Lindelof has not been good. They have not been good. And these guys, it seems like they're being targeted. For some reason, it seems like they're being targeted because I think Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka have been very, very good this season. It seems like teams are just saying, you know what, forget about Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, really. Let's just target Harry Maguire and Lindelof. You see what I mean? And it's been working. David De Gea, as I keep saying, I think they need to move on from De Gea, but United does not want to move on from De Gea. I think it's this sentimental, you know, attraction to De Gea. I don't know what it is. But he was around the last time United won the title, and that was 8 years ago. Move on. You see what I'm saying? Try something different. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think, as a manager, he's just a manager. I don't think he's just like the manager of the store. He's not like the man behind the strategies and the reason for the store being successful, if you get what I'm saying. That's basically what he is. From what, you know, the things he says in interviews and all that, I'm like, Solskjaer, what are you doing? What are you saying? You know, so look, with all that being said, two very good teams coming up against each other here. I think I could see a draw here. I'm leaning towards a draw. Chelsea have impressed me enough that I won't predict them to lose the game. And Man United have done well enough on the road that I don't see them losing the game either. So it's either gonna be a boring 0-0 draw, or I'm hinging towards a 1-1, but I'm gonna say this is gonna be a 0-0 draw. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna say a 0-0 draw. Selection will be key for this one. Chelsea and Tuchel got to decide who he wants to put up top, whether he wants to go with Giroud, Werner, there's Pulisic, all these guys, there's Mount. You got to decide. Kante or Jorginho. You got to decide, you know what I mean? Zuma or Christensen alongside Rudiger, because I think Thiago Silva is out injured. You got to decide what you want to do. I think this is where this is where the result would hinge on. The result would hinge on selection, in my opinion. Personnel. We know for United, if Chelsea manage to keep Bruno Fernandes quiet, they win the game. If they don't, the inverse of that. They lose. They get embarrassed. So I'ma say Chelsea and United play to a dull 0-0 draw. That's what I'm going to go with. And Tuchel has been putting in Kepa sometimes. He have been putting in Mendy. Let's see what he'll do. I don't know what he'll do, but he's done good enough so far at Chelsea that I'm going to show him the respect and predict the draw for this one. That's my prediction, a draw. So let me know yours. So let me see what you guys. Big up to Doug. Big up to Doug in the house. How you doing, Doug? Doug saying Man United 2, Chelsea 1. Yeah, Doug, I did watch your prediction video, so that was a good video, by the way. Very good video. And you predicted the midweek fixtures as well, so that's that. Air Slayer Let me see. We got AD is saying a 1-1 draw. We got Adam Sambol is saying, as a Chelsea fan, I want us to win this derby, but I think it's more of a rivalry and not a derby really. But I cannot see us winning, even though we play home. Man, you are the one who's scoring much more goals than us. I see 3-2 to Man United. Very close match. Well, I don't see Chelsea losing this game, to be honest. I really don't. I don't see Chelsea losing the game. So let me see. Malik Anthony Great saying 1-1. Koza Clapper is saying 1-0 to Chelsea. Slayer, Lindelof, and Maguire always get targeted by teams. Oh, boy. Martin Kolev is saying a 0-0, like myself. Slayer, 2-1 to Manchester United. Donovan McCrabb saying 3. Man United 4. I want to see some goals. But we might not see any. You see what I'm saying? That's the other. We may not see any goals. That's the thing. We may or may not see any goals. Dom, today's Ole's birthday. Yeah, I think I did see that. But happy birthday, Ole. Ole, 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 Ole. Yeah, happy birthday to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You know, so that's where I'm going to leave that, though. And then we're going to get to the last one of the day. Yet another prediction live stream coming to an end. And we leaving the best for last. Man City versus West Ham United. Look. We did draw against West Ham early on in the season. You know, that Mikel Antonio goal, that was a good goal, cheeky goal. Ruben Diaz. You got to keep your eye on Mikel Antonio, who just declared, I think he's going to declare that he will be playing for Jamaica going forward and not trying to get into the England team no more. I think he's given up. I think he said, like, you know what, man, England, nah. They ain't never going to pick me. They ain't never going to pick me, you know what I mean? They ain't never going to pick me, man. They ain't never going to pick me, you know, so let me just go play for Jamaica. But West Ham has been playing some good football lately, though. They have been playing some good football lately, and I got to give it to them. As I said, 1-1 draw early on in the season. They have, you know, recruited some very, very talented players like Kufal, Shusek, Jared Bowen, Said Ben Rama. All these guys have done a fairly good job since they came in the West Ham team. And the crazy thing about it is, in all competitions before that 1-1 draw, West Ham had lost every single game against Man City. Every single game. And that 1-1 draw came October 24th, 2020. This Man City team has been a different team since November when we lost to Tottenham Hotspur. Total different team. 19 wins on the trot, guys. 19 wins on the trot. I think, look, West Ham, they have been playing some good football. But I think, you know, look, this ain't Tottenham. And I'm not even saying this because it's City. But the kind of football that I see from Man City, I think West Ham got kind of lucky with that goal. They got really lucky with that goal early on in the season. Really, really lucky. And I don't see them getting lucky again. I really don't see them getting lucky again. This is the last time West Ham picked up a win against Man City. We're gonna search for that one. Was in 2015. It was a 2-1 win at the Etihad. And before that, they did win. That must have been Upton Road, 2-1 in 2014. And those were the only wins dating all the way back to 2008, 2009. January 2009. It's crazy. That was actually March 2009. Look. This is nuts. So, since 2009, West Ham have only 3 wins against Man City. 3 wins. They have 4 draws, and everything else is a loss. So, I don't know since when West Ham are like a threat to City. You see what I mean? I don't know. I don't know why people think it's a threat that, West Ham will be a threat. We've been beating West Ham off the park every single season. Until this season, they got a draw. You see what I'm saying? It's a tricky match. It's a tricky match, seeing that, we played in the middle of the week. West Ham didn't. They have more time to rest. But Pep Guardiola will, of course, rotate. Phil Foden scored in this game, set up by Joao Cancelo. Mikel Antonio set up by Koufal. 1-1 draw. They frustrated the hell out of City here. They frustrated the hell out of City. But in this game, we had Eric Garcia playing. That's the thing. We had Garcia playing. Garcia won't be playing this match. He won't. It won't be a Garcia-Diaz affair at the back. It's going to be Stones and Diaz or Laporte and Stones or whatever Pep Guardiola want to go in with. But it will not. It will not be Eric Garcia. I hope not. I really hope not. So in terms of selection, Pep is gonna make 5 changes. That's what he's been doing. 5 changes. I have a sneaky feeling that Sergio Aguero might start this game. He did come on in the Champions League game against Gladbach. He didn't really do anything. But I have a feeling he's gonna start this game. And I would love to see him start this game. This is a game, in my opinion, that's calling out for Fernandinho. Rodri has been, he's been good. But I think he needs to be a little rougher. He needs a little bit more pace. And this might not be the game for him. Pep might play him. He did play the first fixture. I think this is a game that's calling out for Fernandinho to give that defense a little bit more protection. Kyle Walker has to play. I would play Cancelo again. But I have a feeling Pep may go in with a Zinchenko. That might be another change he makes. Or he may go in with a Cancelo, Zinchenko, drop Walker. Laporte might get dropped from the Champions League game. You might see Stones and Diaz at the back. In the midfield. Who knows? Who knows what Pep's going to do? Who knows what he's going to do? He might play Ferran Torres as a false 9. He might play Kevin De Bruyne as a false 9. But I know in that game, we didn't have De Bruyne came off the bench in the first match, and we should have De Bruyne from the start here. And I think we got to win this game. We got to keep winning. We got to make it 20 on the bounce. 20 wins in our competition on the bounce. We got to beat West Ham. They have been playing some really good football. Dangerous in the set piece situation with Shusek. Very dangerous. Few big defenders coming up as well. But I think they're without Ogbonna. Ogbonna have been injured. But they're still playing good football, though. They beat Spurs recently. You know what I mean? You got to give it to West Ham. They're coming off of a 2-1 win against Spurs. 2-1 goals from Lingard. Lingard is the other player we got to talk about because he's a Man United player and he would be pumped up for this game against Man City. So there's Lingard. So it should be Issa Diop and Craig Dawson at the back. Cresswell should be at left back, providing that delivery. Really, really good left foot on Cresswell. Declan Rice is a player that we have to actually talk about. He's going to be very, very important in the midfield as well. West Ham has a decent team. They put together a really, really good team here. But it's hard to see them winning. Seriously. It's hard to see them getting anything. But there's also the other thing where David Moyes is entering consecutive matches against managers he never won against. 8 games against Pep, no wins. Previously, he did not beat Mourinho. Could he do it? There's also that side of the story where the West Ham fans could have belief that they could beat City. Some of them, maybe not all of them. Maybe not all of them. So this game will be played at the Etihad Stadium. All-time results, 39 Premier League results, 39 Premier League matches, 23 wins for City, 9 wins for West Ham, 7 draws at the Etihad Stadium. 19 games, West Ham has only won 2 matches, drew 2, and lost 15, with a total of 34 goals for City, 11 for West Ham. Man City have not been conceding a lot of goals. They haven't been conceding a lot of goals, and I don't see a lot of goals in this game. I don't see it as a high-scoring game. We have looked suspect on a few occasions, but I think we frustrate the hell out of West Ham here, and we win this game. I think this is going to be a 2-0 win for Man City. This is going to be a 2-0 win for Man City. West Ham's going to try, but they won't have a lot of the ball, and they're going to try to play on a counter, you know what I mean, try to catch City, you know, sleeping on the back foot. But I think we're going to be switched on, and we're going to handle business. 2-0. Going to boss possession, and we're gonna handle business. The guys are playing too well, man. Mahrez, Gundogan, Bernardo, Jesus, Sterling, everybody, Foden, Kevin De Bruyne. It's gonna be too much for West Ham right now. I know they've done well this season. They're currently top 4. They got 45 points, but I'm afraid that they have to depend on Chelsea to stay on that in top 4, because they won't get anything from this game, in my opinion. That is just my thoughts right now. So big up to Legend Sweet. I saw that you drop $4.99 super chat in the comments there. Dominic Laporte back to his best, which is key. Yes, it is good that we have Laporte, Diaz, and Stones at the back. You know, there could be a situation where later on in the season, Pep might even experiment with playing all 3 at the same time as center backs, and playing wing backs, and, you know, just switching up his formation. But right about now, no need for that. Don't change something that's working properly. Pep has added something else to his game, with Joao Cancelo and Zinchenko joining the midfield, as, you know, they start the game as fullbacks. They start the game as fullbacks, and they join in the midfield to provide more options for passes, so that City can keep the ball for longer periods, which in turn would add more pressure to the opposition team and just help to break them down even easier. And we've been breaking teams down quite easily these days. You see what I mean? But my thing is, we need to start taking some more shots from distance. Whenever we do take the shots from distance, you see what happens. We score. Take more shots and stop trying to walk the ball in. Stop it. Teams be too compact. They be too compact to try to walk it in. Take some shots. It might deflect off of a player, end up in the back of the net. You see what I mean? And we need to start doing something different in terms of our shooting. But David Moyes, I think he would stay winless against Pep Guardiola. I know I've said I wanted to make some predictions. When I see those kind of stats, I wanted to predict that manager to actually win the games, because that's what's been happening a lot this season. But for City, it's just been a good. They've just been too good. 2021, they're on the verge of winning 20 games in a row in all competitions. So on course to win another Premier League title, 3 in 4 seasons. So it's looking good. It is looking good, and looking like a very difficult team to beat. And I also placed a bet that City would win all remaining matches in the Premier League this season. So I can't afford to lose. Definitely can't afford to lose that bet. You know what I mean? So West Ham will put up a fight. We'll put up a fight. I'm not going to say they're going to be a pushover, but I do think that Man City will ultimately come out on top. So in terms of your predictions, what are you guys saying here? Let me see what you guys are saying. Big up to everybody in the chat. Jersey Boy 3-1 to City. Dupe 2-0 to City. Legend Sweet 2-0 to City. Errol is saying, yeah, shot from distance. I always say that. Yeah, we need to do that, man. LeBron James, well, I think Man City would win 3-0. What else we got? Arnav Gupta saying 3-0 to City. Donovan McCrabb, 3 to City, 1 to West Ham, braced by fellow German Gundogan. I would love that, man. Adam Samuel, before I leave, my prediction is 4-1 to City. Okay, bye now, everyone. Peace out, Adam. Appreciate you coming through again. Thriller, City will simply be too good for the Hammers. I would like if we hammer West Ham. That would be good. LeBron James, what's up? 767 Cass is saying Fernandinho looks very slow lately. Yeah, but Fernandinho is more intelligent, so it's all about the positioning that he doesn't really get caught out. But I think even if to you he looks slow lately, he's faster than Rodri in my opinion. Rodri is slow. I don't know if you've seen the freaking game against Gladbach this week when Zachariah just outrun him. Zachariah turned on the burners and just pulled away from him. So that's a thing. That is a thing. Doug, big up to Doug in the house. Doug is saying City 2, West Ham 1. Yeah, I saw that you made that predictions here in your prediction video. So thanks for that. So let me see. You need to give me more respect. He being better than fun. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about there, but yeah. I don't know what you're talking about there, but yeah. So yeah, man. That's it for the predictions. I've 2-0 to City there. I've made all 10 predictions, and I've been thinking about doing something. There's something called YouTube Shorts. I'm thinking about putting out a short video, a 1-minute video where I just give my predictions every week going forward. When I do this, I just give my predictions and then I'll do a reaction one as well. I want to try something fresh, but you got to make the video under 1 minute and it pops up in YouTube. Those shorts, there's like a little segment where you see some short videos, random videos right there. I want to try that out just to see how it is. And I'm thinking about actually doing that with with these predictions. And I think that might be a good experiment. I just take out my phone, set it up, and I give my predictions from, all the way down. And just edit it to make sure it's under 1 minute and put it up and just try something fresh. You see what I mean? Be a little innovative. Do something that many people aren't doing. You know what I mean? That's what I've been trying these days. Just keeping things fresh. And, just back with another one. What is this? 2 hours, 51 minutes on another freaking 3-hour live stream. If you guys have any questions for me, ask it now or forever hold your peace, because I'm about to call it a day. I got things to do. But you know what I was doing? Live streaming with you for the last 3 hours. See what I'm saying? So if you guys have anything, let me know and I will hit you with the answer. Yeah. It was a good one. It was nice having Jersey Boy on. Jersey Boy, was nice having you on. My apologies, damn. That forced me to leave my room. Yeah, that's cool, bro. That is cool. You know what I'm saying? That is cool. That is cool. It was nice having you on. Just make sure in the future, bro, whenever you're doing live streams, use your Ethernet. Even with anything, use your Ethernet. Don't use Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is very unreliable. It bumps off. It loses quality. Ethernet does not lose quality, man. It doesn't lose quality. So that is something that you learn today. I have my thing plugged in all the time. So look, man, I'm about to end today's stream. I might be back later with a FIFA live stream. I don't know yet, according to how I feel. And it was nice, doing this again. Match week 26. Thanks to everybody who dropped super chats. Thanks to all the mods. Thanks to everybody who came in and dropped predictions. Thanks to all the members in the chat. And if you're watching the replay and you got all the way to the end, I do appreciate you coming through as well. So, look, from your boy Dominic Rich. I love a crisis. I love a crisis. And that's why I pulled up the thing for you. I love a crisis. You see what I mean? It's all about crisis, man. You see what I mean? It's all about a crisis, man. That's what we love. And I'll work on getting some more of these fun things integrated into the stream, going forward. So look, thanks for coming through for another one. Appreciate the turnout again. It's not big turnout, but it is important that we continue the show. People are giving up. People have given up already on the title, and City are running away with it. So people are like, I'm not interested in this anymore. Why come to watch these prediction shows when my team ain't gonna win the title anymore? Screw this. You see what I'm saying? So look, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks again, and until next time, I like to say peace out. Rich Squad.